This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and a cautionary tale that I may be gone just as soon as I fire up here. Work semi-colon as we speak, so stay tuned. I may just have to dip out at any moment here as we get started in tonight's live stream Battle of Alberta, and I'll be dang if I end up having to miss too much of this one going into work, but that's okay. You know what? Minus 30, people need heat is the reality, and I just want to warn you that that may be the reality tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, welcome back to Dolynny TV live streams. Been a while. Nice to have you along. It's going to hopefully be a good game. We'd like that out of tonight's hockey game, that is for sure. But again, as with everything, remains to be seen what the Oilers do to begin this hockey game tonight. Not going with the suit jacket. For everybody that's normally interested in what I'm wearing on Saturday nights, I know it's a tradition I've started, so it's my pink dress shirt with my nice gray toned, I think is the proper term, vest, which I have a suit for, but you know what, screw the suit jacket tonight simply because we do not need to wear that and cover up this bright, beautiful pink as well tonight. So, that said, let's get to it. Tie, actually tied by myself. That's something, that's an achievement of sorts this evening, let me tell you that much. And then, well, everything else, the hair and stuff, yeah, you guys are accustomed to. Anyway, that's my Saturday outfit. Doing my best to get you riled up here for Saturday versus the Calgary Flames, the Battle of Alberta, getting back underway for the first time in 2021. The Edmonton Oilers season starting at long last, I guess you could say, as we've been looking forward to this moment for a long time now, and it appears the Oilers will finally get things underway here against the Calgary Flames. Yeah, we're 6-6. We played 12 games. What do you mean? What do you mean we're going to get underway for the first time this season? What I mean is we've got 10 games against the Calgary Flames to go. And of course, that is pretty much a quarter of our season remaining is against the Calgary Flames. And B, don't forget the fact of the season really doesn't start till you meet Calgary anyway, right? Let's be serious. So it'll be nice to get things underway in right fashion. I live streamed that Canucks game for a little bit of it, but that was a waste of time. Let me tell you, that was a waste of time simply because, come on, what was I doing? It's the Vancouver Canucks. Who wanted to watch that garbage? Getting absolutely crap handed to them by the Toronto Maple Leafs right now. The Leafs are up 5-0, albeit, yes, a called back goal for the Vancouver Canucks when that would have made it 3-1, but they are getting their crap handed to them by the Leafs, and that is beautiful to see. But the Oilers, in their own, have to do tonight's favor to the Flames that the Leafs are doing to the Canucks. Hand them a big loss, humiliate them a little bit here, and beat them down, beat them up, and get them out the door as quickly as possible, even though Calgary is in their own barn tonight. A game at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Oh, what a guy wouldn't do to be riding the C train right about now, getting on down to the dome and enjoying ourselves a little bit of a feisty one between the Leafs and Canucks. Oh, sorry. Flames and Oilers. What am I doing? That was a weak call. That was a weak call, by the way, against the Leafs on that back check, Kev. I'm feeling for you on that one, buddy. Anyway, we've got UV, Vincent stopped by, Tegan stopped by, Brad stopped by, Dan stopped by, and me have stopped by as well. Well, let me tell you, I'm going to try my best not to focus on the chat too much tonight. I know that usually gets to me long way. See, that slash is on the legs. It's not even on the hands. What's that a call for? You call that slash? And I thought it was only when it's around the hands they call it this year. Come on now. What's going on? Connects to the power play with, 13 and a half minutes to go in the third period, and they can't even fire a shot on net. Like, they are looking lazy out there. Need Quinn Hughes to get some points tonight, though. He's been wearing the minus column and hurting the fantasy team real bad. I'll update you, everyone, what's going on here with my fantasy team so far. It's looking ugly, actually. I'd bet you Josh Anderson had a goal for me. Yeah, you'd imagine I have some Canadian players on there. Oh, goodness. So here we go. Quinn Hughes, minus 2.5 with minus 2. You've got Josh Anderson, who had 9.5. So I'm going to finish up somewhere around tonight before Barry and you-know-who, good old Connor McDavid play. I will finish up with probably about 16 points in the column in forwards and D, and then you've got Tristan Jarry bringing in 5.5 points, 3 goals against, 23 saves in a 3-3 game against the New York Islanders. Wow! All right, good to go. So we got to hope we get it going tonight, that's for sure. And unfortunately, the Condors are not getting it going tonight. That is unfortunate for sure. All right, 12:22 to go in this third period between the Leafs and Canucks, and then we can get into a little amble about the Flames, the Oilers, and then we can get excited for puck drop around 8:15. As with every other Saturday night game, it's brutal. Eric, the pink shirt, oh man, let me tell you, I had this pink shirt. The story with this shirt, if anyone's wondering, is I was in St. Paul back in the day covering some football, and it just happened to be pink in the rink night up in Cold Lake for some Junior B hockey, and I had nothing else to do, so I worked an extra game that evening, and me and the buddy I was working with at the media company back then, we both twinned out in our pink shirts, bought at Mark's Work Warehouse, and went and rocked the Imperial Place in pink shirts for Pink in the Rink night, and it was solid. It was a good time. And I just have this one casually sitting around in my closet all the time. Decided to throw it up with this vest, and it actually looks not half bad. I think I put together an alright outfit for a Saturday for once. Normally it's just a nice fancier shirt over top a suit coat, and away I go. But unfortunately, the suit coat, suit jacket, whatever you want to call it, is over at Buddy's house still from playoffs back in August. You know, I kind of forgot my Wayne Gretzky suit there, and that's not a good look on me by any means. That was a Sears special by all stretches of the imagination. So, enough amble about suits and shirts and stuff like that. Let's get to the real stuff here, as let's read the preview of tonight's game, sponsored by Sportsnet. Ooh, actually I shouldn't say it, brought to you by Sportsnet. That's who is doing up the preview. Koskinen will start tonight for our Edmonton Oilers. 5 wins, 6 losses, 331 goals against average, and an .897 save percentage. Okay, that sounds great until you look at Jacob Markstrom, who's 4 wins, 3 losses, 1 in OT, and 2 shutouts with a .237 goals against average and a .920 save percentage. Yeah, that's a thing that is a thing. Connor McDavid, 24 points to Johnny Gaudreau's 11 points through 9 games, I believe they've played, or whatever, 10 games. McDavid 8 goals to Gaudreau's 6. McDavid 16 assists to Lindholm's 9. And Koskinen's got the most wins out of any Flames Oilers goalie, so keep that in mind as well. So here we go. Goals per game, goals against per game, they're not going to give me that. Is what it is, and we'll make do with it all day. Anyway, yeah, the tie situation, here's what's going on here with this. Is I can tighten it up more, but problem is I always tighten it the wrong way, and see, I didn't quite do the knot tight enough to make it look proper, so my apologies. It's an ugly situation, but it'll have to do for tonight. Me tying my own tie, it just is the situation that you're going to get. So, enough of drinking this strawberry lemonade. Man, that is good stuff to start the hockey game, let me tell you. But we got to get to a couple of things that I think I'm forgetting on Twitter that I saw. So let's get over to that NHL and Oilers Insider list and see if I'm missing anything major here. So Holloway having himself a night. I believe he's got 1 goal and 2 assists in the hockey game for the Wisconsin Badgers so far tonight. And then what else do we got going on? Edmonton Oilers GM Ken Holland confirming to Reed Wilkins that Mike Smith will be activated tomorrow. There you go. There is what we have to talk about tomorrow on Dolynny TV on a Sunday. Mike Smith will be activated by the Edmonton Oilers. And once again, the Oilers will have 3 goaltenders and all is right in the world. So, is there anything else I'm missing? San Diego gets back in the game. Apparently it's 3-2 for San Diego against the Bakersfield Condors. It hasn't been such a good start for them, but of course it is what it is, as they are starting pretty much similarly to how we started the season. Let's see. Am I seeing anything else? Nothing. Nothing at all. All right. It's all good. It's all good. We'll get it going. I'm just trying to find any news, and it doesn't appear there's any news to be had. It is what it is. And we'll get through tonight's hockey game nonetheless. Oh man, I'm out of shape practiced. Yeah, if I'm going to talk like this, we're going to have a pretty short live stream. But, yeah. I mean, we'll leave it at that. Alright. I gotta clear the cans. I'm got like 3 Pepsi cans here and a Nestea can. I really gotta slow down on the sugar too, but man, there is not much for pregame stuff about tonight's Battle of Alberta on Twitter like I thought there would be. I really think they'd be amping it up as much as possible, but there is nothing more to it. The Islanders beat the Penguins, so I can't even get credit in fantasy for a win, of course, but the Canucks are the first team to allow 5+ goals in 9 of their first 15 games of a season since the 1993-94 Senators. Of course that would belong to a fellow Canadian team. So, is there anything here? There is absolutely nothing else going on in terms of Oilers news. It's crazy. Wait a minute, this is kind of huge. Keith Kincaid sent to the minors, my friends. Keith Kincaid sent to the minors by the New York Rangers. Apparently Denver University scores another goal here. So that's good for Denver University. Of course, that's where Carter Savoy is playing. It looks like he was on the ice for that goal 4. And you like to see that for the Denver University squad as well. So Wisconsin and Denver are the 2 teams you really need to follow closely when it comes to things in the college ranks. Give me a second here. Like I said, work's calling, so give me a sec. And just like that, hopefully crisis averted tonight and there is no starting the vehicle in the -30 and driving on down to work this evening. That, my friends, is a positive note on a Saturday night. That said, it's subject to change at any moment because that's just one possible no heat call as opposed to how many others could possibly happening tonight. So stay in tune. It could get very interesting here as we go through the night, how many more phone calls I get. So, Sam, you're hoping for a better game than you've got down there in Bakersfield. My goodness. Well, thankfully, I guess the game's being spaced out a little bit differently. You get the chance to watch tonight's game, Oilers versus Flames, after hopefully watching the Condors get something going. I think they've still got the 3rd period to come, but I guess we'll find out what exactly happens there. Like I said, starting the season the same way the Oilers started the season. You never like to see that, and it appears to be just the way it's going in the organization this year. Man. Ooh. Just fanned on it, did Matthews. That would have been a beauty of a shot. Anyway. We gotta see what we can get going this evening. I just gotta try and get my talking voice under me here. I'm still trying to get the lungs to cooperate with me. It's been a long time since I was last live, right? It's been almost over, well, just about a month since I was last live. The Oilers averaging 3.5 goals per game. There we go. Sportsnet finally loaded it. And they're averaging 3.58 goals against per game, so still an ugly number. For the Flames, 2.6 as opposed to 2.7. So both teams really struggling. Really struggling to get it going. As there we go. That might work. Well, I told you, right? It's a nice little look I got going. Hopefully I can refine it a little bit more. But yes, Battle of Alberta this evening, and we sit here waiting to get underway. I figured we'd have a pregame to talk about, but there's no lines. The only thing we know out of the Oilers this evening is that Mikko Koskinen is starting and Troy Grosenick is no longer a member of the organization. That is about the only two things. Oh yeah, Jujhar Khaira got called up today. So did Stuart Skinner. Skinner will be sitting on the bench. I guess we know that. But what else do we know? Absolutely nothing. Thanks to Coach Dave Tippett just playing with our minds on this one. So it'd be nice to see us go out there and be able to get a chance to showcase some big boy lines and maybe score a bunch of goals and maybe beat up the Flames and maybe really leave a good taste in our mouth going out of this weekend back in to Ottawa. The Oilers power play percentage 27.27% and the penalty kill at 73.17%. You've got the Flames penalty or power play 22.73 and the penalty kill 80%. And here we go. 3-game winning streak, even if the last two came against the Dormont Ottawa Senators, has the Edmonton Oilers feeling confident. But a Battle of Alberta meeting on Saturday in Calgary against the Flames has the Oilers amped up. This reading from Sportsnet.ca. The Flames meet let me restart that. The Flames and Oilers meet for the first time in this season's all-divisional action format, knowing full well the importance of every clash. After all, both teams are likely to be in the mix for a playoff spot, but could just as easily fall short. Last time the Flames and Oilers met, the game turned into an old-school rivalry crash with even the goaltenders dropping the gloves amidst a line brawl. Both teams have come a long way. We each have really good teams. There's a lot of emotion in those games, said Oilers forward Alex Chiasson, who has been on both sides of the coin. And because the two teams have been more dangerous in each of the games, means a little bit more. The Flames, who lost the last meeting just over 1 year ago, return home after dropping 2 straight games to the Winnipeg Jets, including a 4-1 road loss at Winnipeg on Thursday. On top of those struggles, they have a mini controversy on their hands surrounding 2014 first-round draft pick Sam Bennett. Bennett, whose agent reportedly requested a trade, was a surprising healthy scratch last game, but likely to return to the lineup with the fourth-line center, Derek Ryan, sidelined after being hit in the hand when he blocked a shot the other game. Bennett didn't want to address the trade request, but admitted he was caught off guard by being scratched in Ottawa, or in Winnipeg. Why am I saying Ottawa? What am I doing here? Even though he's managed just 1 point, a -5 rating in 9 games this season. I won't go into detail about what was said. I didn't see it coming. I walked in and was on the taxi squad, not dressing with the team, not skating with the team. I was surprised by that. I don't really know the reasoning, if they wanted to play games or whatever. My focus is on playing my game when I get the chance, and that's all I can control. My goodness. All right. Drama in Calgary. You like to see it, that is for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the chat. If you're just joining, it's going to be a great hockey game tonight. There was your little bit of a taste of a preview between the Flames and Oilers, the first Battle of Alberta in 2021. Yes, sirree. We're going to get ourselves a hockey game going this evening at 8 p.m. We're about, 30 minutes away from game time. Oh, more like anthem time. Yeah, we got to do those anthems first and get things underway. Just nice that tonight we don't have to worry about the American anthem. That's the beauty of the all-Canadian division, is we don't have to worry about the American anthem. Not saying anything bad about the American anthem. Nobody take insult. I'm just saying 2 anthems, way too long for me in the pregame, that is for sure. So with that, I'll turn back to the chat here for more moments. Dan, welcome in. Bob, welcome in. Hans, welcome in. Aaron, welcome in. Hey, welcome in. And have I missed anyone else? Sam, I got to you, so we're good. We are good. Everybody is caught up. And it looks like a bunch of people are trying to catch the Northern Lights over top of Cold Lake, Alberta this evening. Is my Northern Lights video from Cold Lake way back in 2015. Just so happens to have 3 views this hour. That is probably the most random video that could, on a Battle of Alberta on Saturday night in February, go light up 3 views in an hour. But I guess it has. And now we're inside 5 minutes to go in the third period between the Leafs and Vancouver Canucks in what's been a terrible showing from the Canucks. They've looked quite awful in about the 15 seconds I've watched, and now they're looking even more awful as they can't even shoot a puck on net. That's like 3 block shots every time I pay attention to their game. And Austin, tonight, would we do 11-7 or would we go 12-6? Well, with the news that Ethan Bear is out of the lineup, really, it all depends if you want to keep William Lagesson in the lineup or not. I don't know if you value him a lot as a penalty killer or not. I'm still undecided. The jury's still out on that one. But if you decide to go 6, I think Evan Bouchard is still within that 6, almost no question about it. And then if you go 7, of course, Evan Bouchard is in there. Now, minus 31 in St. Paul this evening. Well, let me tell you where I am currently. Cold Lake, I last updated that on January 28th. Really? Interesting. Interesting. As now it's not updating. Why is it not updating? What's going on here? Huh. Interesting that it's not updating. Cannot obtain current location. Okay. Don't know what's going on with my weather up, but I guess that just is what it is. It won't obtain my location. That's fine. But I want to say it's about minus 25 out here in southern Alberta on the outskirts of Calgary this evening. So we'll survive. I mean, the north wind kind of sucks, but being from the Cold Lake city, you understand how the north wind works and you make do with it. The worst part is in Cold Lake, the winds only blow from 2 directions, north and west. There is no east wind, there is no south wind. It is west or north, and that's all it is. Alright, Jake Muzzin, is he going to the box? Looks like Jake Muzzin is going to the box for the second time. Look at that, it feels weird to be coming in here and talking about the weather. We have survived such a winter so far without any crazy cold weather down here in southern Alberta, and now all of a sudden, the first weekend of minus 30, we get ourselves a big time treat. The first Battle of Alberta of 2021. Can't mind that, can you? I think it's quite alright in my books. It could be much worse. So, let's see what we have going here. So far, 85 people have come on by and stopped by the stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in here nice and early this evening. It's nice to be back in the control room, I guess you could say, in terms of instead of being on the couch. But, you know, it just is what it is this evening. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. And if anyone's wondering why I'm so dressed up for tonight, it's Saturday suit night. I didn't go with the suit jacket simply because I don't have my suit jacket that I would normally wear for a Saturday night live stream because it's over at Buddy's in Crossfield there, and he was gracious enough to lend me his couch, and I was gracious enough to leave my suit jacket there for 8 months. Who knows? 6 months? I don't even know how many months it's been since the playoffs. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Robert's got your little explanation there for you. As this Leafs Canucks game winding down, Kerfoot, Mikheyev, Brody, and Hull on the ice for the Vancouver or Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, this is going to be fun if I keep mixing up teams all evening long. Let me tell you, it's going to be a long night, but we'll make do and we'll get through because I promise you the Leafs and Canucks is just an appetizer of what hopefully the Oilers bring against the Calgary Flames this evening. If anyone's looking for lineups, well, I'm sorry to tell you, there are no lineups available for tonight's hockey game until warm-up gets underway, which should be happening right about now, but it does not. Oh, there we go. How about Jack Michaels? 11 seconds ago, literally as I was starting this sentence, he put it out online. RNH McDavid Puljujarvi. Screw that. Come on now, Tyson. Don't leave everybody hanging. Get them the lineup, and ooh, baby, you're not going to like this too much. Nobody's going to like this too much, but I promise you it's going to work nonetheless for you. As if I can get this lineup out, where is it? Lineups, February 6th versus Flames. There we go. How about we get this going, and where are we at? Oh, let's take out those roster moves, and let's go to lineups, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, cue the complaints. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your starting lineup tonight against the Calgary Flames. Yeah, I can hear the complaints now. I can tell you that for sure, as it looks like Jujhar Khaira will draw in for this heavy-weighted tilt between the Calgary Flames. As the lineup now on your screen, you want me to read it to you? I'll read it to you. How about that? Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, and Puljujarvi. Cahoon, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto are your second line. Neal, Turris, and Kassian form that new look third line that seems to be rolling at times. Khaira and Archibald are your 10 and 11 forwards. And then, yeah, get this, Nurse Berry, the Oilers' new top pair, the power pair, you could call them. They're looking good. Legason and Larson, the second pair. My goodness, that's pretty crazy. And then you've got Chris Russell, Evan Bouchard as the third pair. Slater Cuckoo listed as the seventh defenseman this evening. Mikko Koskinen will get another start for the Oilers this evening. Now the big part is here. Where's Gaetan Haas? Well, he is hurt. He has an injury day to day. They're being cautious with it, so they're trying to get the job done. Ooh, look at that. Quinn Hughes got me some fantasy points. You ought to like that on a Saturday night. Some fantasy points. Can't complain about that. But no, this lineup, yeah, this definitely built for one reason. One reason and one reason only. Jujhar Khaira's in there to essentially drop the gloves in the first period and punch somebody out of the game, hopefully. Then you've got Kassian in there as well. You've got Cuckoo in there in case a defenseman goes down due to blocking a shot. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. I hope it'll work. Could be worse. And then, right, if we had Haas, I imagine this would be a 12-6 setup, but you know what? Losing Haas and giving Evan Bouchard on the blue line, I think a lot of us will be A-okay with that. If you know not to panic the first thing you look at a lineup, I think you'd understand that Evan Bouchard on the lineup card for the Oilers is a good thing. That is for sure. And why is Jujhar Khaira still an Oiler? I'm hoping he proves that to you tonight in the first period when he drops the gloves and punches somebody in the face and knocks them out of the hockey game this evening for the Calgary Flames. That would be a much welcomed thing for us for sure. And there is work once again. Pardon me, give me a second here. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we get going in the last few seconds of this Canucks-Leafs game. The Canucks go to fire a puck on net. Freddie Anderson the save, even though the shot was after the whistle. And none of the Leafs decide to go shake up a hand. But it is what it is. And JT, I'd love to tell work I'm doing a live stream, but when people need heat, when they need their furnace to run, and you're the furnace guy, you got to make sure people can get their furnace up and running and survive this minus 25. I'm living all right if I'm able to do a live stream on a Saturday night. If people don't have any heat, they're not doing so good. Pipes tend to freeze and disaster ensues. So I take that with a point of pride that I'm gifted with the ability to make sure people keep heat or get heat when they need heat the most. So I'm never about to put down the phone on a Saturday night when it's about minus 30 and say, no, I'm doing a live stream. Because I tell you, at the end of the day, it ain't worth it. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, consider taking the rest of this live stream to hit the subscribe button. Oh, man. Don't know what I just inhaled there. But what I have to tell you is also if you could hit that like button as we get closer to 8 o'clock, that would be much appreciated. We have still a few characters missing I can see. So now let's see what we can do to get some folks in here and get it going as we've got ourselves this 8 p.m. game. And hold on, pardon me a second. And that's why I normally drink iced tea during live streams. This is not good. Alright. Oh, there we go. Settle in, away we go. As Sam's saying in the comments, yes, you will see Mike Smith activated tomorrow by the Edmonton Oilers. Look for the Dolynny TV video to come up tomorrow on it. I appreciate you guys possibly coming over and talking to me on that one tomorrow. But really surreal how the Canadian division is casting an imposing shadow over the rest of the NHL as far as attention and limelight. Every night feels like the playoffs in the North Division. No way it would work past this year, but it's fun now. What do you mean no way it works past this year? Come on. We could have a lot of fun with the North Division going the rest of the way home. But I guess the financials of it and stuff would be an interesting component, and especially the travel, when you have to go travel to other teams on the West Coast or whatever. That could be interesting as well. Alright. I don't know what I inhaled, but Brad. Okay. Whatever Saturday shenanigans you're getting yourself into. Hope you have a good hockey game. That's, I guess, where I'll leave it at that. I don't know how to put it any other way, but Maple Leafs, Canucks, a 5-1 final for the Leafs, so that leaves the Oilers in a must-win position this evening. You've got Kelly Rudy and Kevin Bieksa at home doing the telecast from home. Anthony Stewart's looking like he could use some friends on the panel. He's just staring into my soul right now. He's not even moving. He's waiting for Kevin Bieksa to talk. And he's very much, oh my goodness, he's intently listening. That's what Anthony Stewart is doing. He's intently listening to Kevin Bieksa. The Flames, the Oilers, starting at, well, I don't know. What time? 8 o'clock? Yeah, I think we could start it at 8 o'clock. That sounds alright. And it just so happens that Kevin Bieksa has Brian Burke's book, Burke's Law, on his shelf behind him. He's also got a photo of Gord Downie up there. So keep that in mind, and also a photo of Rick Rippon. There you go. Look at me know some hockey knowledge stuff. And it looks like he's got a score sheet from the Canucks versus Oilers up there, in which I think that would have been his first NHL goal, the score sheet from that game, if I'm not wrong, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Tim, good evening. Welcome in. As we await the rest of the Blue Hammer, Blue Wrenched crew to show up. I'm sure they will throughout the stream. I know we've got my good buddy out there delivering in minus 30 right now, Mr. X Snipes Edmonton Oilers. He'll join us in the first intermission. He's already promised, and he will get us going, and he'll update us on just how bad the roads are in the Edmonton area this evening. I imagine several of you in the chat right now could probably update me and tell me they are awful like everywhere else in the province this month. Yeah, the first 6 days of the month have been rather awful so far, so we'll hopefully get better weather as we get into the later half of February and get going for what's going to be another summer upcoming. But, well, it'll include a little bit of hockey in that May time, and well, that also means playoffs go into July, which means, oh yeah, that weekend I'm up in Cold Lake, I better figure out where I'm live streaming from, because yeah, we're gonna have ourselves quite the interesting go. As Jackal, the roads are horrible. Yeah, I didn't imagine the roads would be any other way. Always are, always will be. Well, in the summer, potholes; in the winter, ice. That's the Alberta way. It just is the way we do it in this province. And everybody keeps thinking, oh, well, they'll fix the roads this year, and then they just make them 10 times worse than they were, and it just is what it is. Is now 7:48 on my clock. My goodness, we are blitzing towards 8 o'clock this evening. So I want to just give you a second here, and it's minus 33 up in GP. My goodness, it is chilly across the province. That polar vortex came and is staying. I've even heard as far south as South Dakota, it's down to minus 25 down there, and that's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So keep that in mind as well, as it is chilly across the entirety of the continent almost, you could say. That's for sure. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. So far this evening, since the first video on Dolynny TV went live today, we're at 1,725 views. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could hit 2,500 views this evening, that would be fantastic. And trying to hit 8,725 subscribers this evening, that is as well. And all dressed up for the Battle of Alberta, you betcha. I even tied this tie myself. This is a thing that impresses me. I never once tied a tie for myself in college. Then today I sit down for about 5 minutes in front of the computer looking on a YouTube tutorial, bing bang bang. It's not the prettiest thing, but it'll work nonetheless. It actually did up and went around my neck, so that's an achievement in and of itself. Maybe we'll go for the full Windsor next time around. I don't know. We'll find out. See if I get that adventurous. We can only wish. Enough about the tie. Enough about the jacket. Enough about everything. Let's get to it. The Oilers lineup, do I still have it up? I do. Oh, yes, I do. All right. For those of you just joining, if you're listening to my voice right now and you're saying, what is that Edmonton Oilers lineup? It's on your screen right now, by the way. RNH, McDavid, Puljujärvi, Cahoon, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Neal, Turris, Kassian. Then you've got Karen, Archibald forming that fourth line rotation line because they are the 10th and 11th forwards this evening. We're going with 7D. Those 7D being Nurse, Barry, the power pair. Then you've got Legason and Larson, the double L. And then you've got Chris Russell and Evan Bouchard, your third pair this evening against the Calgary Flames. And Slater Cuckoo drawn in as the 7th defenseman. That means, once again, Caleb Jones is taking a seat in the press box this evening. So here we go. Ooh. 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 Man, like I said, I drink iced tea during broadcasts, and I all of a sudden have switched to this SodaStream garbage. It is not working for me. SodaStream, if you're listening, I'd love to partner with you. I'm not dissing your product. I just can't handle the fizz when I'm going out there broadcasting. I will tell you that much. So, let's get to this. Is there anything else I'm missing on Twitter before we get into tonight's hockey game? That is the question we need answered right now. Mikko Koskinen in net for the Edmonton Oilers. By the way, the Calgary Flames are wearing their Blasty jerseys this evening. Keep that in mind too. They are wearing their Blasty jerseys. So Flames recalling Mackey from the taxi squad to get them as close to the ceiling as possible before placing Ryan on LTIR. Still gave them a low ASCL, but it allows them to exceed their new ceiling by $3.2125 million. So then they recalled Byron Froese, however you say it, and Zach Rinaldo. So it looks like Zach Rinaldo is in this evening against the Edmonton Oilers. So there we go. Let's see if we can find Ronaldo somewhere in here. Of course, that's going to bring up all those tweets about Ronaldo. But apparently, do I have anything? Flames in warm-up. Ronaldo, Froese, and Nordstrom is a fourth line. Lucic, Backlund, Magpie is what my sister calls him. Mangiapane up there on the third line. Kachuk, Lindholm, Dubé, your top line. Gaudreau, Monahan, Bennett. Sam Bennett in the top six for the Flames tonight. on the right wing with Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan. Woo, baby. We got that. They called up Ronaldo. We called up, oh, you betcha. Yeah, that guy, Jujhar Khaira. So we got to hope he shows up. Nesterov, Tanev, Anderson, the right-hand shots. Giordano, Hanifin, Valimaki on the left-hand side for the Calgary Flames this evening. Oh, my goodness. This one? Oh, yeah. She might have just gotten a whole lot more interesting. Quite a bit. Oh, my goodness. All right, we'll take it. Flames should just let Kazian be on snooze mode. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get Kazian too involved if I'm on the Flames side. But again, Matthew Tkachuk would like to see him get ejected again, I'm sure. And Sam's got the hat on for good luck. Heck yeah. There we go. The Dolynny TV hats, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I should give you an update here. I'm hoping sometime in March, I'll have an announcement on how you can get some Dolynny t-shirts or Dolynny TV t-shirts and Dolynny TV hats done up. I'm waiting for some kind of catchy catchphrase to get going, and maybe tonight with Smart Stupid Hockey, if the Oilers play it right, that might be the thing that we get on a t-shirt here in terms of March. Just waiting on a couple things with the company I am working with, and we will get that going right away. But I am glad to see there's already Dolynny TV hats out in the wild. I don't have mine on, obviously, because I got the hair done up, but there are several people this evening that I know will probably have it in the house nearby. There's Elliot Friedman throwing the hands up, and Holloway has a 5-point night. Ladies and gentlemen, I talked about him this afternoon. Dylan Holloway now puts up 5 points, up to 23 points in 12 games in the NCAA. Oh, and don't forget, he also played, I don't know, for Team Canada at the World Juniors. Yeah, that's the thing as well. So here we go. Let's get this going. As Robert, that is the fact. We're living in a world where it's 25% of our next games pretty much are against the Calgary Flames. You want to talk about how the Oilers make the playoffs? Win 7 or 8 of the next 10 against the Calgary Flames. And there is, there we go. They're showing it. January 11th, 2020. And then you got Nugent Hopkins against Sean Monahan. Yeah, I like that one. And then Kazian threw it with Tkachuk. We got the retribution we were looking for. And then all of a sudden, Chiasson and Cam Talbot coming to blows. Or was that David Riddick? That was David Riddick. Pardon me. Wearing 33 for the Calgary Flames. The stick toss, and then, it all came unraveled. Cam Talbot versus the scrums, Sam Gagner. And then, Talbot and Mike Smith throwing hands. And, Mike Smith just breaking Talbot's jaw there more or less. And Brian Burke, you want to talk about a guy who's always got his hair on point. Brian Burke is that guy. And Thunder, that's the thing. I gotta do something, but I just need some kind of nifty design, like you're saying with the this is and then the Dolynny TV stuff. But as you see up there, the word art, I gotta figure out a way to do that as well. And Smart Stupid Hockey, well, we'll see if it pays off tonight. If the Oilers play just stupid hockey, I might not ever want to touch that phrase again. So we'll find out what goes on here. But Ethan Bear fighting Matthew Tkachuk, that was a heck of a scrap for Ethan Bear. And the one thing they didn't show is the full scrap. He went toe-to-toe with Matthew Tkachuk there for a while, so that was nice as well. Elliot Friedman, are you wrong? No, you're pretty right. When Calgary and Edmonton hate each other, it is a good time for everybody in the NHL. Even those down south in the States are paying attention to what happens here north of the border this evening as we get set for 8 o'clock and the start of tonight's hockey game, that is for sure. So let me see if we can find anything else. Oh, my goodness, what's going on here? Why will it not allow me trying that? Let me check something here, guys. As I went all that way. Okay, I went all that way. There we go. Bingo, bango. Good to go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. I'm able to insert ads still. I wasn't sure if the stream had ads on or not. Apology. Do have to try and make some kind of effort out of my time here. Alright, just want to say we all have hopes about this game no matter what happens. I'm hoping for a bit of 2 points. Well, don't worry. Chat gets too intense, I'll just go sit on the couch and enjoy the hockey game. I can promise you that much. Okay, there we go. Tim, I'll chat with you about that a little bit later this evening, or else tomorrow if I'm catching you after. But start intense hockey game. That's what we'd like to do here in about 3 minutes time. It would be good to watch the Oilers go to work and get intense against the Calgary Flames. I think that's what we've all been waiting for here for a while. So let's get to it and hopefully get something going. And we'll find out. So 2020 first rounder Dylan Holloway finishes with 5 points for the Wisconsin Badgers tonight, and apparently there's some guys out on the ODR rocking everything. That looks pretty solid. And Twitter is just really dead for it being the Battle of Alberta this evening. Ooh, there you go. There's the number. If you have not gotten your 50-50 yet for the Oilers Game Day 50-50, don't forget it's over 1 million. Now at 1.115, 315. And tickets are available an extra hour later this evening until 11 p.m. And oh my goodness, I hate SodaStream. I'm telling you. Anyway, let's get to this, shall we? Is Connor or Nuge? Probably Nuge for me. Okay. And just in time to catch this. Well, we're hoping we have just in time to catch something tonight. And it might not be that intense. Well, we gotta go out there and make it that intense, right? Sure, no fans in the stands or whatever. You can make whatever excuse you want, but at the end of the day, you still got to show up and win a hockey game. And I don't think you win a hockey game against the Calgary Flames if you don't play an intense hockey game this evening. I think if I'm trying to make any sense, that's the sense I'm trying to make this evening. Is we're going to have to go to war and just get the job done. Even though it might not be the same as with fans in the stands, it'll all be good. So that's 18 Cole Caulfield goals in 20 games played. My goodness, you wonder why a guy like Dylan Holloway has so many assists? That would be why. Cole Caulfield absolutely lighting it up for the Wisconsin Badgers. That's unfortunate because he's a Montreal prospect. Sorry, work again. Okay, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to do with that text from work. That's kind of one of those, what are you doing there? So I guess we'll find out this evening what Boss Man thinks to that text. Might get myself in some hot water there. Oh, you're on the stream. All right, there we go. Not sure. What am I drinking? All right. This one's for the Boss Man who's watching the stream this evening. Soda stream right there. It's strawberry and lemonade. Very on. Awesome. There we go. So we've got the work problem solved. We've got the other work problem solved, and we've got the Soda stream mystery solved as well. Ladies and gentlemen, they've got the pre-game preview, the little montage up. We're inside the Scotiabank Saddledome, and let me tell you what I wouldn't do right now. To be standing there holding a couple of dome beers, not drinking them. Quit drinking back in August, but holding a couple of dome beers so as whoever I've got with me, maybe somebody that's in the stream right now, can have a couple extra beers and crush it off before a crazy change of life events. Well, that'd be all right, but here we find ourselves instead all watching from home, a completely empty Scotiabank Saddledome with a whole lot more red in it because, of course, all the seats are covered by Calgary Flame logos and stuff. And unfortunately, it's minus 30 out. But let me tell you, like I said earlier, what I wouldn't give right now to be taking the C train down to the arena, wearing my winter coat with the jersey over top, potentially, as every time I go to the Scotiabank Saddledome, because I don't dare wear an Oilers jersey in there. That Bakersfield Condors jersey on my back. And then away we go for a good evening of hockey at the Dome. Yeah, we all wish we could be there, that's for sure. All right, let's have ourselves a good little hockey game this evening. Actually, you know what? Anyone that sits here and asks why I'm so romantic about the Saddledome, it's the oldest building in the NHL, and it is a beauty. You know what? I love that, right? You grow up in Rexall Place. The next closest thing you have to the Rexall Place nowadays is the Saddledome, and oh my goodness, gotta love it, gotta hate it, right? But the old blood that's seeped into the concrete below the ice, hopefully it rises from the grave this evening and rejuvenates these guys and makes them go angry. But those Blasty jerseys, man, they're looking on point as well this evening for the Calgary Flames. And yes, Robert, the Dome won't be around much longer. They're going to do the Calgary big thing with the Stampede grounds and get it going and knock down the Saddledome right away. They've already knocked down the Stampede Corral, which is, I believe, where the Flames played their first season in Calgary, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Kelly Rudy doesn't know what he's going to get out of the Calgary Flames. Well, that is alarming if you're a Calgary Flames fan. If you don't know what you're going to get out of your team every game. Oh, wait, I'm an Oilers fan. Duh, what am I talking about? All right. Let's see what we can do if I can get this going live. There we go. Just a little bit more and yeah. What am I missing? What am I missing here? Just trying to see. The game's not on yet. We haven't even done anthems yet, so we'll stay tuned for that in mere moments time. As somebody's pulling out their old Buccaneers jersey for tomorrow, and here we go. No easy way down for tonight's hockey game. Well, that would be what we're hoping for. Both teams having to play a full effort. 14 combined points in the last two games versus Ottawa for Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, it was a beauty of an effort there those past two games. We'd like to see them go out there and destroy this hockey game against the Flames. My goodness. Just crushing the soda stream is not a good idea. I think I'll be hard on the water the rest of the way home tonight. But Ron McLean, he's got us going towards the break, the Scotiabank Saddledome. Look at all that snow over by the Saddledome. And hey, those steps look familiar. I might have walked up those steps once or twice before last season. And Kachuk's looking like he's got a fresh fade to go to the prom. Well, Kachuk will take him Kazian will take him dancing without a doubt. Or Jujhar Khaira might take him dancing. You want to talk about a change of events? I'll throw this your way. If Jujhar Khaira were to completely knock out, like I'm not talking beat up, I'm talking KO Matthew Tkachuk in a fight, how much of a hero would Jujhar Khaira be in Edmonton Oilers land? And I would be talking a lot of bandwagon fans for Jujhar Khaira all of a sudden because he threw one good punch against Matthew Tkachuk. You want to talk Oilers fans? That is Oilers fans in a nutshell. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Dolynny TV. We are getting set for the Battle of Alberta tonight. The Oilers, the Flames, the first time in 2021. And, well, you can say that the Oilers season is now just officially starting. 12 games already gone in the season. Game number 13, the first of 10 versus the Calgary Flames. And yes, sirree, the first of 10 in the next 44 games, a quarter of the season. Left is against the Calgary Flames, and a very important one for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, and the next 10 just as important. Alright, if the Oilers go 6-4 against the Flames, okay, you're talking they're in the probably in the playoffs. Well, I don't like probably. Let's go 7-3 and let's get in the playoffs. Let's get it going. Robert, open ice, legal hit. Well, I mean, we could take anything that gets Jujhar Khaira some positive vibes this evening. The Oilers game is on. I don't think the Oilers game is on. It is 8:06, my friend. It is 8:06. As Theodore Lundstrom goal. There we go. Sam, I told you. I knew the game wasn't over down there. Theodore Lundstrom has scored his first goal for the Bakersfield Condors. You'll like to see that if you're the Edmonton Oilers. Of course, Lundstrom, that little addition we had from Sweden over the course of the COVID pause. And a McDavid Hattie tonight would pay nicely. It's Battle of Alberta time. Just giving you some bet odds from CoolBet Canada. McDavid over 2.5 goals is plus 2,400. Whoa, my goodness! Throw down $50 on that. I'm not a bet guru. Do not trust me, but I imagine if you throw down $50 on a McDavid hat trick this evening on CoolBet Canada, you could potentially make some good money this evening if Connor McDavid delivers a hat trick. If do not trust me, I'm not telling you what to do. Do not bet on hockey because I said so. Do not do that. All right, here we go. We've got a couple messages coming in again. Here's the scoreline. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this evening, Seth Griffith from Alan Quine and Ryan Stanton, Chase DeLeo from Trevor Carrick and Josh Mahura of the San Diego Gulls. Jamie Drysdale has his first AHL goal from Alex Dolsty and Jeremy Roy. Then Cooper Marody has a goal from Ryan Stanton and Yanni Kaldis. And then the Theodore Lundstrom goal from Captain Brad Malone to make it a game once again. Here we go. The anthems, the earmuff comes off, and now all I can hear is myself drowning in this room because I really got to get some kind of soundproofing, but I'll get there eventually. And man, what I wouldn't do to see the Blasty logo up on that Jumbotron at the Scotiabank Saddledome. That thing is garbage at best. They could, I don't know why they haven't improved it. I guess the Saddledome doesn't have enough room to improve it, but here we go. Is it still George Canyon singing for the Calgary Flames? Oh, it looks like it. In his Blasty jersey. Okay. And here we go. And here we are. What is with the headphones? Actually, that's a good call. There you go. Nope, that's too much. That's too much. Hold on, let me just go in. There we go. Anyway. Here we go. Tried to sort that out. They're a weird set. Depends if I'm wearing a toque or not. That's what always happens. Ooh, look at that cut to the eye there of William Legason. Sam, if you can tell me what that's all about, because that must have been a minor league cut or else maybe something in Sweden. Sam Bennett going to get the start on the ice after being a healthy scratch for the Calgary Flames. And then you got Yes Puliarvi on the bench. Jujar Kara looking sharp as always with that beard. And then, oh yeah, look at the captain. Chris Tanev there. You've got Nesterov over there as well. And here we go. Let's see what we got. Backlund on the bench. Ooh, some other Flames. Zach Ronaldo, not looking as goony as he did last year with that dyed hair that him and Lucic did like they were riding the bus in Junior B. Not really sure what that was all about, but I guess it was something. And here we go. It is hockey time this evening, as the Oilers, the Flames, get underway for the Battle of Alberta this evening. And there you go, man. I miss those Calgary Flames graphics. Like, oh my goodness. The Oilers graphics are way better. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love the Oilers graphics in the arena and stuff, and they do the best presentation out there. But I wouldn't give to be at the Scotiabank Saddledome this evening, I tell ya. It is devastating, but tonight, let's get it going, let's get it rolling, and let's get this one underway. It looks like the Draisaitl line will start out there for the Edmonton Oilers against the Bennett line. It's the battle of the second lines to start tonight's hockey game, or I guess, quote-unquote, the first lines, depending on how you want to look at it. And here we go. Puck drops down, and here we go. As Mikko Koskinen touches the puck off the face-off win by Leon Draisaitl. Not unfamiliar territory for Draisaitl winning a face-off. This puck off the boards and out, and here comes Draisaitl barreling down the wing. He's got the puck in the offensive near side corner, tries it in front for Cahoon. He can't come up with it, loses it to Bennett. Bennett's going to turn it back, and Sean Monahan plays it into the neutral zone. Oilers tied up here in the neutral zone, and now trying to move it back into the offensive zone. Nothing going here as the Oilers are going to get this one going across. And this one's going to be batted down into Flames territory. Dominic Cahoon behind. Nothing much happening here on this chance, as this one's going to be rimmed back around by, I believe, Tanev. Now the Oilers get to work. Puliarvi, Barry shoots the puck. Fired, missed, and back the other way comes Dylan Dubé, the Calgary Flames. And on the attack, and Lindholm scores. Oof. That's the way she goes. Oh well. 1-0 to start the hockey game. Far from done at this point. Let me tell you. Oh yes, there we go. I should put up the scoreboard. That would be a good call. See, that would be the thing to get going. There you go. That'll say 1-0 Calgary. There it is. This one just beats Mikko Koskinen clean. Nice chance at one end. Where's Drew Remenda when you need him? Every time I see a nice chance at one end. That is one thing he has done well, as Darnell Nurse plays that puck just perfectly, but there's good man support. I don't think Nuge is following his man fully, and that puck comes on back, and it is back of the net quite quickly on Mr. Mikko Koskinen in his first game. And this one's going to go into the bench. 19:02 to go in the first period. Where's Cam Talbot when you need him? Eh? Looking like Cam Talbot out there is Mikko Koskinen. However, Connor McDavid in the face-off dot loses that one to Lindholm. And now we got to get this rolling. Third goal here for Elias Lindholm. And Mr. Darnell Nurse plays that puck forward. It'll go back into the defensive zone. Now Nurse has that puck. He'll get it across to Barry. Nurse gets it back from Barry. He's going to walk this one out. He's going to dump it into the Flames territory. That'll force Markstrom out to play it. McDavid's going to try and cut off his man. He's not going to be successful. Now back the other way. The Flames come. There's numbers on both sides trying to get that attack started. And instead the Flames will go in for a change. Darnell Nurse behind his own net, he'll play it to Evan Bouchard, who turns it over. Calm pass doesn't work for him, but now Zach Kassian coming out. There really is nothing much in terms of hits to start this game. Kyle Turris, first shot of his game. A nice little chance there. Fools Markstrom on the change-up shot. Has to cover the puck up, and that'll be a face-off to Markstrom's right on the far side boards. That was a nice little dangerous chance there for Kyle Turris to walk into a shot. You see this one? Just a turnover by Valimaki to a no man's land, and Turris just kind of fires a little bit of a knuckle puck. But it is what it is, and it doesn't quite work out for the Oilers as they lose this face-off. It's going to go back along the near side boards. Lucic will fire it in. It'll be off the stick of Chris Russell, who will flip it off the glass and out, and that one will take a weird hop, double deflection off the glass, back into Flames possession in their own end, through the neutral now into the Oilers zone. They're looking to set something up, trying to get around. Chris Russell is the man. He does. Nesterov with the puck now. He'll play it down to Lucic, who gets cut off by Oilers rookie Evan Bouchard. He'll start skating away, out skating Milan Lucic. Man, look at how fast Bouchard is, and he even rips the shot. Can't get it going. He's going to get back. Josh Archibald getting in there. You've got Connor McDavid back on the ice now with Archibald and I believe Kara. 17:26 to go in this first period. There's about really the first major body contact I've seen. It's a hit by Adam Larson to force an icing. And that is all she wrote for that play there. It was a nice little seal off by Larson. I thought the puck had hit him or the player he hit, but I guess it didn't work out. James Neal still can't believe that that puck didn't find a better stick than Kyle Turris, who just kind of fluttered by that puck on net. It was a nice change-up. Didn't work, didn't beat Markstrom, and now the Oilers win the face-off. Darnell Nurse claps the puck from the point, can't get it going. Tyson Barrie corrals it. He'll play it back down. Flames have the man sealed off on the boards. McDavid gets tripped up, turned around. Josh Archibald in there. Jujhar Khaira in there. There's bodies flying all around the near side corner. This one's going to be played out, and now Milan Lucic gets it out of his own zone to Andrew Mangiapane. And this one's going to be fluttered back to the Flames blue line. Not much happening here in this first period, even though despite a Flames goal, as Tkachuk cuts right in front of his own goal. And now that is Captain Mark Giordano. I was going to say Jerome McGinley. You see these jerseys the Flames are wearing, and the first thing you see when you think of a C on that jersey, you think Jerome McGinley. Pardon me if that's incorrect, but I can't think of anyone else. Giordano fires that puck wide. Now to the far side boards, crowd there by Calgary. Koskinen down in his net. Now Giordano is going to rip the shot, blocked in front by Leon Draisaitl in the shooting lane. Yamamoto, to work, takes out the man, digs the puck free, fires it up the boards, and that will be a penalty to the Calgary Flames. There you go, 16:19 to go in this first period. The Oilers get their feet moving in their own zone, trying to clear a puck, and they draw a penalty. And there's Tkachuk. Ooh. High sticking. They're going to call it a roughing. Okay, they're going to call it a roughing against Matthew Tkachuk. If you had that on your bingo card for tonight's hockey game, I mean, yeah, probably already mark checked, but it is what it is. And Now let's get this power play set up and get going. 16:19 to go in this first period. Leon Draisaitl's going to play it there. It'll be cleared out by the Flames. The win to them on the faceoff, and Mikko Koskinen back to play it behind his own net. He'll leave it there for Tyson Barrie. The Flames penalty kill 80%, 15th in league, pardon me, as that will be flipped in by James Neal, who goes around the boards, and absolutely nobody's home. That leaves Connor McDavid back to chase it. The power play for the Oilers, not so good on the road, but actually very good on the road. 30%. 3 for 10 doesn't look good, but it's not too bad. As Connor McDavid firing that in. Nice chance there for Connor McDavid. He can't get it going in a good solo individual effort. Now Leon Draisaitl, he's going to find himself going towards the front of the net. James Neal, for whatever reason, not there. And back the other way comes Michael Backlund for the Calgary Flames. He dumps it off of Tyson Barrie, tries to turn it over. And now you've got Barrie coming back, and, well, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he's going to get it going in... Where's that puck dumped off to? How about Connor McDavid coming into frame a full 3 seconds late, and now McDavid cut there, and Darnell Nurse coming off late. Draisaitl back, and that one misses Nugent-Hopkins. And Nuge has to do everything but not take a penalty against Lindholm to stop Lindholm from getting that puck and potentially scoring his second of the game. Is now Draisaitl down into the corner. 31 seconds remain on the power play. Back to Darnell Nurse at the point. That's Draisaitl there. He's going to look for a passing option. Darnell Nurse looking there. He's going to pass that off the stick blade of Connor McDavid, and this one's going to deflect down into the zone there for a minute. And Leon Draisaitl, who has now played 2 minutes and 11 seconds straight to start this power play. The Oilers go off for a line change, and it'll be back the other way. The Flames back in their own zone. Sportsnet having all kinds of hard time keeping track of the puck in this hockey game. Let me tell you, if anything's not impressed me so far, it is Sportsnet's camera work to start this hockey game. Not saying I could do a better job, but man, brutal. This one's going to get down into the Oilers zone there. It's Puljujarvi, Cahoon, and Turris out there to start, and again that one just takes a weird hop off the boards, off a stick, and Evan Bouchard back to collect it in the Oilers zone. This one's going to be played forward into neutral territory. This puck's kind of got all kinds of hops to start this hockey game. I'll give you credit there. This puck's hopping around a lot, but it is what it is so far. And now 16 goals in the first period in the NHL. That is most by a team, the Edmonton Oilers, that being the team scoring 16 goals. And now back the other way come the Oilers after retrieving it in the neutral zone. Josh Archibald fires that puck wide. This one's going to go into the near or far side boards, kind of tossed up there. The lines all kinds of blend. There's Jujhar Khaira going to work, battling off a man. This shot deflected behind the net. Now Zach Kassian looking for the puck. This one back to the point. This one now Larson back to Legason. Legason's going to fire it, and whoo baby, don't tell me that's a deflection by Jujhar Khaira, but it appears it is, and she is a 1-1 hockey game between the Oilers and Flames. And look at that, you get a little bit of traffic in front, away you go. And the Oilers off to a run and gun start here with the Flames. A goal apiece in the first 7 minutes. And talk about a change of events, right? Look at that. Jujhar Khaira gets in the lineup against the Calgary Flames. And yeah, that is definitely a deflection by Jujhar Khaira. He knew he got it all the way. What a tip past Markstrom. Look at this one. Bang, stick in the lane, and perfect play by Jujhar Khaira. Who says this guy isn't capable of being a good NHL player? Look at that. You just get that every game out of Jujhar Khaira. He'd score 56 goals this season. 13:06 to go in the first period. I believe that also means William Legason got an assist on the play, meaning he's got another point in his NHL career. And this is back into the Oilers zone. Back the other way now. The Flames turn it over in the Oilers zone after the pass didn't quite work its way through. Mangiapane there leaves it for Lucic. Chris Russell not really willing to engage in the physical battle against Lucic, which allows him to get it to the point. Fired wide by Giordano, blocked in front by Evan Bouchard, who will wheel it out. A nice area pass. I think that's what they call that. As now Draisaitl will flip this one in, and this one will go around, and that's a nice play there by Kyler Yamamoto. That dogged determination to keep that puck in, and they will whistle this one offside. Tyson Barrie. Good try, though. Good try to keep it in. Look at that. Lindholm gets us going, right? And then Jujhar Khaira gets us back in it. And there you go, right? The top line of the Calgary Flames getting a goal. And then, well, oh, don't mind me. How about the Oilers' fourth line getting a goal? You'll love to see that. So let me get you the assists and tracking markers on that one. I know Tim will have it in there for the chat for you. They still have the Jujhar Khaira play unassisted, but I guess it wasn't William Lagesson firing that puck from the point. They've got it listed as Zach Kassian making that pass. See, this is the hard part about live streaming the games, watching on TV. I'm calling the play-by-play, but you can't really see the numbers like you do in person, so things go missing. And Zach Kassian and Jujhar Khaira queue up for the first goal of the game in the Battle of Alberta for 2021 from the Edmonton Oilers. That's Zach Kassian's third assist. If you had Kassian and Khaira scoring the equalizer after being down 1-0 to open, well, beats me. All right, let's get this going. Matthew Tkachuk got the assist on the Dylan Dubé goal, by the way. So all three characters, all we need is Lucic and Ronaldo getting points, and we'll have all the characters in tow for tonight's hockey game. That's for sure. So we find ourselves sitting here, waiting for this game to get back on. It's just on a commercial pause. So we find ourselves also with 189 views this hour. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in live stream, appreciate everybody tuning in. That is friggin' awesome. Haven't had numbers like that on live stream in a while because I haven't live streamed. Duh. But anyway, Sam Bennett in on the forecheck. William Lagesson getting the worst of it there. And I walked in and I was on the taxi squad, not dressing with the team. I don't really know the reasoning. If they wanted to play games or whatever, my focus is on playing my game, and that's all I can control. Sam Bennett, disgruntled to still be in Calgary. But dang, do I wish I could grow the beard better than Sam Bennett. That guy's got the Lorax beard and mustache, and a guy could dream to have that. I'd look solid with that, I can tell you that much. Not too high on myself, am I? 12:15 to go in this first period. The puck back down in play. Connor McDavid, Tyson Barrie trying to get this puck out from behind the Oilers' net. Matthew Tkachuk in there. Tkachuk being taken out by Connor McDavid. Well, it's not that. It is what it is. And now this one's going to get back down and around. Tyson Barrie still trying to figure this one out. Puljujärvi's going to play this one. Middle of the ice. Nice, beautiful pass to Nugent Hopkins, who's got 3 flames on him. He's going to dump it deep. Jacob Markstrom finds that puck. McDavid's got it open, but instead the trailer takes it, fires it wide of the net. Now Puljujärvi in the near side corner. He's going to play it around to McDavid. The Oilers setting up here. Nugent Hopkins looking for a pass. He's going to find Tyson Barrie, who fires it up over top of the net on a deflection. Connor McDavid now along the far side boards. He finds Puljujärvi. Now domination by the top line. Here's Nuge. He rips the shot. Big save by Markstrom. Rebound hits the defenseman in the chest. Oilers all over him. Man, Darnell Nurse coming to play. This one comes across. Another shot on Jacob Markstrom. And this one, puck hops over Adam Larsson's stick. And, well, that is it. That is all. As Adam Larsson also credited with an assist. Can you talk about players the Oilers fans are upset with scoring a huge goal to tie the game against the Calgary Flames for 500? Well, I'd tell you, it's Kassian, Khaira, and Larsson combining for that first goal of the night for the Oilers. 10:49 to go, and look at that. Zach Kassian has all kinds of jump in his skates. Oh my goodness, turnover there. Big battle, and it's into the glove of Jacob Markstrom. Zach Kassian didn't really have much room to deal with that. He tried to play it just into the area where Kyle Turris could get a stick on it. It didn't work out, but look at this play here. Tyson Barrie goes across to Nugent Hopkins. What a shot. What a stand tall by Jacob Markstrom in the Blasty jersey, and Zach Kassian, that man sprawling in there last second, didn't give many options, and that is what it is. It was a tight play there for sure. Kyle Turris will now take on Milan Lucic in the faceoff dot. Lucic wins it back to Valimaki. Valimaki will try to work it out. It'll go back to the point, and now back down into the Oilers zone. Evan Bouchard out there, another offensive zone start for him. This one throw into the area, and, well, nowhere near good enough for the Oilers, but here we go. Zach Kassian's coming back the other way, crosses the line beautifully. Kyle Turris, chance, shot. That is 3 or 4 shots. 3 or 4 shots out of the Calgary Flames, allowing the third line of the Oilers to really get going this evening. Kyle Turris, I think, has got 2. Kassian's got 1. And if I'm not mistaken, James Neal has one on the backhand as well, so keep that in mind. All right. Let's get this going as Josh Archibald and Noah Hannafin way too eager. As 10:18 to go in the first period of this hockey game. As back into the zone, that one hits, I don't know if it hits McDavid or Bennett in the head. And the play will be whistled down here as not sure what's going on. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at me harping on the commentators for tonight's broadcast between the Flames and the Oilers, I will say this. I would love to give you my opinions and stuff, but here's the problem. They're obviously a lot better than me because here I'm doing it on YouTube and they're doing it on the national broadcaster of hockey on Hockey Night in Canada. So let's just be honest with that. Jackson, somebody fights somebody. Well, that's been the problem so far tonight, my man. Once again, thank you. But that's been the problem so far. Zach Kassian, Matthew Tkachuk, and Jujhar Khaira have done more on the score sheet than they have in the physical department. And like I said, if you would have had that pegged, I don't know what's going on. That's quite the confusing conundrum for I think all of us in this hockey game so far, is the fact that we came for a boxing match and a hockey game broke out. I don't get it, but we're 1-1 apiece, and we are going to break once again. So let me see. If I can't get us some stats, I'd like to see what the hit stats are. I'm really not noticing many hits. Apparently Darnell Nurse threw a hit. And let's get the hits. Where are they? Yeah, so the hits are 4-3 in favor of the Oilers. I mean, that's actually pretty good because that paces out to be about probably 20 hits by the end of, or actually 24, 25, 20, 30 hits by the end of this hockey game. Yeah, we're about halfway through, so it paces out. But the Flames only have 3 hits. Everybody expected them to come out strong. They scored the first goal, and then it's been, then that's been it. The Oilers haven't done, or haven't allowed the Flames much after that. My goodness. The giveaways are 1-1 apiece. Takeaways are 3-1 for the Flames. That's fair enough. Faceoffs are 6-5 for the Flames. That's been another part. This game's been slow out of the hop because, of course, there's been a couple of faceoffs due to a couple of weird freezes to start this hockey game. Well, let's get it going. Let's see. What do we got missing on Twitter? Do we have anything missing on Twitter? I guess is the question. Let's see. NHL and Oilers insiders. Do we have anything here? Travis Green, play better. We need to play better. It's not overly complicated. William Lagesson with his first NHL point. There we go. Apparently they have now updated the assist. It wasn't Zach Kassian. Thank you. I didn't think it was Zach Kassian. William Lagesson with the assist on the Jujhar Khaira goal, and Adam Larsson with the second assist of his season to go with his 2 goals. Adam Larsson quietly has 4 points to start this hockey season, just the way. And so, yeah, okay, glad they fixed that whole mess there. Draisaitl, McDavid, both with 8-game point streaks, 19 and 17 points respectively. And that is your skip the dishes, who's hungry segment. Well, they're hungry for points to start this season. And that Blasty logo, man, like that is just fantastic to see the Flames brought that back. I had a buddy that I used to work with over on Plumbing Side who was just dying to see Blasty come back. And thankfully they brought Blasty back for him, so I'm glad to see that. And remember, at a time, those Blasty jerseys were made by Coho. Yes, that was a thing back in the day. Alright, let's get this going. Lindholm versus Draisaitl in the face-off dot. First of 10 meetings tonight. Of course, a quarter of our games remaining pretty much against the Calgary Flames. -1 as Cahoon trying to dig that puck free. Yamamoto now trying to get it out. He's not going to do it. The Flames back in their own zone. 9:33 to go in the first period. Koskinen behind his own net. He'll play it back to Adam Larsson. Not expecting that. He gets buried. And that, well, will leave the Oilers in a scramble mode position. Well, Kyler Yamamoto, it's not pretty, but it gets out of the zone. Now back the other way. Nice play by Cahoon. Just off the stick of Leon Draisaitl, but that was a beautiful pass. Looking like Draisaitl. And Brian, yes, they do have 7D dressed tonight. Cuckoo is the 7th defenseman out there for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. And now that'll be Draisaitl, seeing that puck bubble on by him. He'll go around in his own zone, and that'll allow Tyson Barrie to get on the ice with Darnell Nurse. The power pair, they're already a -1 tonight, but would like to see them get going now. Tyson Barrie in the rush. He's going to fire that puck up and off a man. That'll allow Mr. Connor McDavid to come up with the puck briefly, momentarily, whatever you want to say. And now back the other way, the Oilers see the Flames come. They're going to chip it in on Koskinen. He's going to bounce it into the corner. Beautiful rush there by Backlund to stay onside. And this one's going to go back around the boards. And the Flames now with a little bit of pressure here behind the Oilers net. Puljujarvi, he's going to fire the puck over to Connor McDavid. And now McDavid back the other way. Here's where the magic happens. Leaves it, shot, and save. Nice little shot there by Nugent Hopkins, but it's right in the chest. And he leaves it a freeze for Jacob Markstrom. That had all the feels of, look at McDavid. He's going to do something beautiful. And then he just leaves it right there for Nugent Hopkins to come riling up the middle with that puck. But I don't get how those interference calls against McDavid still aren't called. Honestly, in a hockey game, the Oilers could spend 40 minutes a night on the power play just based on the way they interfere with McDavid most nights do other teams. This puck back and around. Rasmus Andersson, he'll fire it up the boards. Evan Bouchard niftily chips it forward, and then all of a sudden, yes, Puljujarvi chips over the referee. And is that offside, or what is that? Is that Jerome Ginla impersonator wearing a C out there for the Calgary Flames? What is this guy doing? Who does he think he is? Nobody deserves to wear the C in a Blasty jersey other than Jerome Ginla. At least he's mouthing off like a Ginla would. Good on you, Gio. But once again, Giordano involved where a player's knees are at risk. What is it with that guy? That guy really likes throwing the knee at players. And I mean, he threw the referee's knee at Puljujarvi's knee. Kind of a different situation, but you get where I'm going. I'm just trying to rile somebody up tonight. 7:43 to go in this first period. Jacob Markstrom behind his own net. He's going to fire it back along the boards, and now back the other way come the Calgary Flames. And here we go. Evan Bouchard. He's going to get it going, chipping it in. James Neal trying to get that puck moving forward. He's not going to do it, so back the other way come the Flames. That's Phrase, however you say it. Again, you'd think after he's been in the league so long he'd know how to say it. I don't. Straight up don't. This one. Apparently there's a new episode of Corner, if you care. I care a little bit more about that new episode of Heartland tomorrow, if I'm just being honest. They had a pretty good episode on Sunday last week. And I mean, season 15 to season 14 is shaping up to be pretty good. I'm a little miffed about how they started it, but I guess whatever. It is what it is. 7:23 to go in the first period as the puck's down and hopped out of play immediately. And yet again, we have ourselves another face-off in the neutral zone. This hockey game getting slowed down by the whistles quite early and quite often so far. But so far it hasn't been the Matthew Tkachuk show, hasn't been the Zach Kassian show. It's been the Jujhar Khaira show. A goal, and oh yeah, don't forget Tkachuk has an assist, I guess, but that's not what we're here for. For Tkachuk, we're here to see him get turtled. 7:10 to go in the first period. Adam Larsson, he's going to find himself going to Kailer Yamamoto, who will niftily put it through a couple of legs to get it to Leon Draisaitl, who will play it back to the point. Adam Larsson claps it on. Might have been tipped by Kailer Yamamoto, looking for that puck in front. And now Cuckoo out there with Adam Larsson after, of course, William Legason got another assist, his first of the season. Now Leon Draisaitl is going to play this one back, and here we go. Dominic Cahoon looking for a pass. He's going to get it going to Leon Draisaitl across to Jesse Puljujarvi, who rips the shot wide and over top of the net. Now Draisaitl back down. He's going to find himself there. I'm not sure if that's Cahoon or Nugent Hopkins. It's Cahoon. Shot, save. Markstrom. Another play there. Puljujarvi keeping it alive. This puck bounced out into neutral territory. Barrie keeps it alive momentarily. Now back the other way. That is offside all day. Look at that. Tyson Barrie out-battling Matthew Tkachuk, who's just skating around on one knee. Who does he think he is? Darnell Nurse? All of a sudden, Matthew Tkachuk's gotten tired of being a turtle and he's impersonating Darnell Nurse. That is a tough turn of events if you're number 19 on the Calgary Flames, and that is a heck of a tip by Tyson Barrie. Dominic Cahoon in front. I don't know whoever got that. That was a great chance. 6:15 to go in the first period, and that's something you don't see the Oilers doing every night, is going out there and tipping a bunch of pucks in the first period, but you love to see it. Looking like they're out there on the ODR having Buddy fire a slap shot from the point and just hope that Buddy doesn't nail you in the head. Rasmus Andersson, he's going to fire one into the slot. That one's going to go up and off the glass. Tkachuk comes up with the puck. He fires it wide or off the post or something. And now 5:48 to go in this first period. Tyson Barrie, he's going to see Mark Giordano come at him. Now back to the blue line. That can't get out by Puljujarvi, and now Barrie in there with McDavid and Puljujarvi getting it going, and now, here we go. We got a chance developing. McDavid in on the rush. He's going to pass it across again. A little bit of overpassing there by McDavid. Just drive it deep, drive it to the net, and he probably would have had a better result. But you know what? You got 6'5", 6'4", yes, a Puljujarvi on the end wall near side corner going to work, and there's 4 or 5 Oilers in there. Yeah, 5 players total. 3 Oilers, 2 Flames. Puck worked out into the middle of the ice, and the Flames will dump it down, and that, my friends, will be an icing call. Take a breath. That was some action there. Look at that. 27 shots on goal for the Jesse Puljujarvi monster. No goals, 17 high danger chances, and he just couldn't cash them. But there is the nice tip by Dominic Cahoon, and that would have been beautiful to watch. As Draisaitl will shift with Kara and Archibald. And here we go. Bouchard fires the puck. Another tip there. Believe it or not, by Jujhar Khaira as he was falling down. Now this puck fired around the boards. Kara's moving his feet. He's getting there. But Bouchard comes up with it instead. The Flames going to pile it up. And that is going to be up and out of play. That was a pretty unforced error by the Calgary Flames. And that will be a penalty to none other than their best penalty killer, Mark Giordano. Woohoo, say it ain't so. The Oilers about to get a chance to go to work. And guess what? It was Jujhar Khaira with the pressure that caused the penalty. Talk about it. Maybe give him some time on the power play this evening. I don't know. He's looking like he's earning it, and the way the player accountability is going, it could be interesting to see how it all goes for that. But delay game and back to the power play with 4 to play in the first period, say the Oilers. So you'll love to see that. That would be good. And what else do we have? The Leafs Nation post-game show with Gord Stellick and the Golden Muzzy are on 590 The Fan over there in Toronto. The Flames only have 2 shots. Now that I said that, they're going to go out there and score a goal shorthanded. Maybe hopefully have reverse cursed it, and away we go on this power play and get something done. As the Flames scored on their first shot of the game, then took 11 minutes and 53 seconds to get their second shot of the game. You love to see that. As here we go. What else do we have out of the stat column? Hits 6-5 in favor of the Flames. 9-2 the shots in favor of the Oilers. 10-8 the faceoffs in favor of the Flames. 3-2 giveaways the favor in the Oilers. And block shots 4-3 for the Calgary Flames. So this game still far from decided. She's a 1-1 game. Edges there, edges here for both sides. And away we go in what will be an interesting hockey game to finish off. And do I think Barrie will re-sign? I don't think it's a matter of will Barrie re-sign. Will the Oilers re-sign Barrie? 100 IQ thought right there. So there you go. You finally, after all this time, get a picture of Francesco Principe, who just so happened to look exactly like Gene Principe back in the day on his wedding day. Interesting fact. Like father, like son. And here we go. So I guess Gene's taking the night off, still attending to family business. Good to see that. And now we've got Tyson Barrie firing the puck down. Shot from Draisaitl. Shot save. And that one will be frozen just in time. 1:54 to go. That's already another shot on goal for the Oilers. So they did a whole lot better 6 seconds into this power play than they did the last power play. Tyson Barrie, he's looking like he's engaged. Now McDavid over there as well. Back to the point. Now Barrie to McDavid. Walks in. McDavid shoots. And how about that? The message was in the chat on Dolynny TV. Why aren't they shooting? Terrible power play. Shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. Well, there you go. The Oilers shooting the puck to start this power play, let me tell you that. McDavid there, a wrist shot through, trying to hit James Neal in front, and then Neal trying to crash as well. And now, back to the point, Barrie. He's going to control the puck across to Nuge. Nice deceptive pass, now back to Barrie. Barrie back to McDavid. McDavid's looking for the pass. He's going to find Barrie. Barrie at the top point, setting up Nuge and Hopkins. He works his way in, circles back. The Oilers toying with the Flames penalty killers now, knowing they don't have Mark Giordano out there. Now McDavid walks in, nothing going there. Barrie claps up the shot, hits wide. McDavid, he's going to find it. He's going to pass it to nobody, and that will be slapped 200 feet down the ice onto Mikko Koskinen, who plays it off to Tyson Barrie. Mike Smith would approve, and he'll dump that back to Connor McDavid, who's got everybody standing still. Nice bumper play. Around the boards it goes to Leon Draisaitl, near side, half wall, off the boards to James Neal, who's going to cut back to McDavid, back to Draisaitl, back to Barrie at the point now. Draisaitl half wall, walking off, near side dot, fans on the shot, back to the point, McDavid, Barrie. Barrie, cross to Nugent Hopkins, far side dot, he goes down low, nice shovel play there, looking for a lane. It's all kinds of confused in front of the net, and that'll be Jacob Markstrom hopping on top of that puck, as the Flames kind of panicked a little bit, and that one got lost in the shuffle. But it was a good chance for the Oilers. Look at this one here. McDavid walks back. Barrie claps that one. It misses wide, and then McDavid, a terrible pass there. They're not going to show that because that would ruin the good name. And look at this. Nuge fires it. It's into the feet of Nesterov. And luckily, by a second, does Jacob Markstrom realize where that puck is. The Flames have only been beat twice on the penalty kill at home so far this year. 14 penalty kills and 12 successful. Is this one about to be successful if the Oilers don't get it going here with 40 seconds to go? This one worked in front. Oof, that was a heck of a chance. But the Oilers can't get it going now. Back to the point. That's going to be Darnell Nurse across. This is going to be worked down to McDavid. Far side dot. He's looking, cutting back. He's looking in the middle. He's trying to feed this one out front. Puljujarvi way too tied up. Can't get there. 3:10 to go in the first period. And a total of 18 seconds left in the power play. Not much happening on this one. But it is what it is, and it was looking all right. 11 seconds to go. Puljujarvi is going to fire this one in now. Bouchard down to Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi behind the Flames net, looking back to the point. Darnell Nurse claps this one down a little bit. Puljujarvi off the boards now to Cahoon. Puljujarvi trying to not turn it over. Does. I mean, he does that a lot. Give him credit. This one's going to be back down onto Koskinen. Koskinen goes out to play it, and that is an Oilers skate that takes out Mikko Koskinen, by the way, as Dominic Cahoon will go to Darnell Nurse, who rifles a shot in the slot. Didn't expect him to take it, and he did. And now, what do we got? Penalty to the Oilers? Really? I do not think this is on the Flames, is it? I know it's a Flames penalty. That's another great chance there by Puljujarvi. He just can't stuff it. Oh yeah, that is Nordstrom. Sorry, the way it looked, because Puljujarvi was cut in the same angle, the same way, I thought it was Puljujarvi that caught him. But yeah, that's going to be Nordstrom that takes out Mikko Koskinen. Thankfully, he doesn't bang his head. And here we go. Let's get this power play going, as the Oilers win the faceoff back. 2:24 to go in this first period. Nugent Hopkins fires this one down. It doesn't go anywhere dangerous, as it just hops by the side of the net. 2:14 to go now in this first period. Oh, that was much needed. Barrie now to the point. He's got it going. Barrie's going to fire this shot. Deflected again there by James Neal. This one nowhere near. And it'll go back the other way. Michael Backlund on the attack. And now he's going to find a chance. This one turned back there by Nugent Hopkins. After it hits the side of the net, he'll leave it. For you betcha, the circling Connor McDavid in on the attack. He comes. 3 Flames to beat. Draisaitl hands it off to him. As now back to the point, Tyson Barrie. Across to Nugent Hopkins. Across to McDavid. Oh my goodness. Woo! Wow. You know, here's the thing. Here's the frustrating thing about Connor McDavid is the Oilers take the 2-1 lead. Connor McDavid can absolutely rifle the puck. Like, the guy has probably the best shot in the league when he uses it properly. And this shot is gorgeous. He has all day to shoot it, hesitates that extra second, and then all of a sudden he just whips it glove hand. The glove was there for Markstrom, but it was such a fast shot that Markstrom, yeah, the glove was there, but you weren't going to get it. And what a beauty of a shot. Cross creaser, McDavid beats Markstrom, and the helmet number on his helmet is kind of messed up. But how about Connor McDavid extending that point streak? And I'd hope Leon Draisaitl did it as well to 9 games. As there we go, took his time and just absolutely rifled that one. That was a dandy of a shot, Jackson. Let me tell you there, buddy. As how about Kyle Turris back the other way for the Oilers? He's going to fire the shot. Markstrom up with the save. 9th goal of the season for McDavid. And oh, don't look now. Tyson Barrie with another assist. Inconvenient how bad he was playing for the Oilers to start the year, but it's very convenient how good he's all of a sudden gotten for the Oilers. And oh yeah, don't forget that's a power play assist. Ooh, McDavid, Barrie, power play points. And Tyson's fantasy team is well on its way to winning the 3rd week in a row. I have never won 3 weeks in a row. I had never won 2 weeks in a row. Well, suddenly here we are about to do it at long last. And now back the other way. The puck goes into the Flames territory. The Flames trying to look for this puck, but instead it's Cahoon and Yamamoto tying it over. There's Bouchard just lacing a shot into Jacob Markstrom. You love to see Bouchard has no fear of firing that shot. I don't think that was onside, but somehow it was. And I think they challenge for offside if the Oilers scored a goal here, but they won't, as this will be the final 10 seconds back into the Oilers zone. 17-3, the shots in favor of the Oilers. A whistle down out of play. And look at this, Kyle Turris back the other way. You like to see that. You know what? I haven't done enough. Let's just shoot this puck and try and score a goal. And that mentality out of Turris, you love to see it, even though he hits Markstrom square in the pads. 17-3 the shots in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. 5.6 seconds to go in the first period now. Jujhar Khaira in the face-off dot for the Oilers. He's going to try and get this going. And this will be tied down. The Oilers content to flip it to the point. The Flames not really interested in playing too much harder. But there we go. It is what it is. And the Oilers lead 2-1 after the first period of play. It looked bad after the first goal of the game, but it's looked good since. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Stay tuned. I'm just going to go use the washroom. Get something to snack on maybe. And we'll see what ends up going on here in this second period. But first, we got the intermission. I'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get this going. Shall we? We'd like to. All right, let me see if I can't find something here. As I think I'm going to play you guys this right quickly just to cue up the intermission stats. So I'll pause myself and away we go. This is Dolynny TV. You may be wondering why I'm standing out here in nothing but a tank top in about minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do people cheer for the Calgary Flames? Exactly. Some things just don't make sense. This is Dolynny TV. If you're ever wondering why the green screen behind me for the Dolynny TV logo word art back on the set on Dolynny TV videos is always messed up, well, consider this. In the same room, I can literally shadow box myself. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. If that doesn't give you a reason why, everything would be messed up sometimes. This is Dolynny TV. For those of you that don't know, this is the whole room that the whole set is in, right? The green screen, the jerseys, the stand-up bookcase, the pucks, the pictures, everything's in a certain situation on the other wall. However, there's stuff like this hanging up on the other walls. Yes, you've already seen a blank wall. I gotta figure that one out. There's stuff like this, and then suddenly there's stuff like this on the floor that you may remember from the old set. Gotta figure something out. You wanna help me figure that out? Let's figure that out. This is Dolynny TV. You thought these things were over, but don't you worry, there's this one still. What's the point of this one? I'm not entirely sure. Other than I probably need to still fill up my glass of water before I come on down to resume the stream. So, as I sit here and natter on about absolutely nothing, oh, wait, there I am, I better go now. There we go, let's try that again one more time. Back from when we were getting things going with the World Juniors live streams, let me tell you, that was a good time, and those commercials remind me of better times. Less cold. It was still cold those days, but it was less cold. Anyway, let's get to that scoring summary, shall we? 56 seconds into the game, the Calgary Flames opened the scoring. Elias Lindholm with his third goal of the game from Dylan Dubé and Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Tkachuk got it going early. But so did Jujhar Khaira. Almost 6 minutes later, scores his first of the season from William Laguson's first of the season on assist-wise. Adam Larsson's second assist of the season. And we would then take, I don't know, how about 11 and a half minutes later, the Oilers on the power play, Nugent Hopkins, Barrie, combined to get the puck to Connor McDavid, who, do I need to say what he did? I think he did it all right as he scores back in the net his 9th goal of the season. Nuge, Barrie's getting the assist. Barrie's 9th assist of the season, by the way. He's got quite a few of those, that's for sure. So away we go. But yes, anyone curious as to what Bouchard's nickname is? Everybody calls it the Bouch Bomb, but that's his shot. The nickname for him is just Bouch. That is what we call him. B-O-U-C-H, Bouch. And Sam, you're talking about practice? Talking about practice? Still one of my favorite things. I just had to go there. Sorry, my apologies. But anyway, so far this evening, ladies and gentlemen, 687 people stopping by the live stream. Appreciate everybody stopping by this evening. And another thing as well, a couple of people stopping by to check out the Alex Chiasson thing I did to the New Jersey Devils. The day's gone by, and let me see what else we can find here on Dolynny TV for you to check out this evening. If you have a few seconds during intermission and you would like to find something new on Dolynny TV to watch, may I suggest you something? That's all I'm going to say. Let's see if I can find... let's not do Cold Lake Fishing. Let's do... What do we want to watch? How about... no, everybody watched the Roll Up the Rim video, I'm sure, that I posted the other day. So I got to find... Gotta find something. What do we got? Only one to watch hockey. There we go. Bing, bang, boom. Well, that works all right, Jackson, on the old iPad and Dolynny TV on the phone. You got it going. I like it. All right. Let me see if I can't find something here. I'm trying to look for a video, and I can't seem to find it. As actually, you know what? I talk about Nate a lot, and the only thing that I have that actually ties me to Nate on Dolynny TV would be this piece here. So let me get this going for you. If you guys want to enjoy a piece of my masterclass artwork from Nate, Time at Nate, let me showcase that to you. This is a little bit of legendary material out of Tyson from back in the day with a Face you might recognize from somewhere else in the Oilers landscape if I'm not mistaken. So let's see here what else we got going on. Is that Connor McDavid chance dump off to Nugent Hopkins? Man, I thought McDavid was just about to dance, but he didn't do it and kind of disappointed me on that one. Is what it is though, and I guess we'll be good as it'll be okay. So what else do we got? With Clef back in the lineup alongside Bush, that pairing would be the bomb squad. Sam, you just broke me. You just broke me. I had to think about that. I'm like, what? How would that be the bomb squad? But yeah, the Bush bomb and the Clef bomb. Duh. Hello, Tyson. Good morning. As I have to send Jackson a reverse image of how this works for me. So let me see if I can't get this going here. As there we go, Brian Burke to the point. There we go, let's get this. There we go. Alright, let's get it going here, shall we? What else are we missing? What am I missing? Oh yeah, I didn't give you the shots. Let's get to the team stats summary, shall we? Shots on goal, 17-3 for the Edmonton Oilers. Hits, 8-5 Flames. Faceoffs, 14-11 for the Oilers. They came out and just dominated the rest of that period. 5-2 the giveaways for the Oilers. Gee, shocking. 3-1 the takeaways for the Flames. Shocking. So technically speaking, the Flames are absolutely dominating in that department. And then the block shots, 7-4 for the Calgary Flames. 1 for 3 on the power play. The Oilers. Tkachuk for roughing, Giordano for delay of game, and Joachim Nordstrom goaltender interference. All penalties I don't think your coach is ever too impressed if you take. As X-Snipes Edmonton Oilers joins the chat and gets us live update. X, how are the roads? This is the question. If you were here in the pregame, this is a question I asked everybody. How's the roads up in the Edmonton area? My friend, you've been out driving on them all evening. How are the roads? Anyway. Let's see what we can get. As here's the problem. Everybody's worried about re-signing Barry all of a sudden. 3, 4, 5 games ago, everybody wanted to run Tyson Barrie out of town. Welcome to being a player in Edmonton, I guess. A defenseman, a right-hand shot that's offensive. Good night. That's it. That's all for you, my friends. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Nobody tuning that. Okay. Let's see what we can do here as we've got some highlights. New York Islanders versus New York Rangers. And roads are horrible. Gee, shocking. What to do with Tony DeLangelo? Oh man, I'm tired of that story. In tonight's trivia, how many defensemen in league history have scored a natural hat trick? I'm going to place 8. Tim, 8. I'm going low end, but I'm going with 8. I feel like normally when Tim asks a trivia question, I normally seem to get it right. So I'm going to go with 8 and see where that kind of leaves me at that. As I imagine I could probably nail that one with about 6 or 7 guesses, but I'll try it with just 1 this evening. Let's see what else we can get going. I'm just going to quickly tell you guys a little number here as we did in the old World Juniors live streams. Those things, got to bring that back next year. That was a hit. As we are going here. Everybody's going around by me. That's interesting. I'm interested that nobody's gone up with a higher guess than that. As let's see what we get going here. 1116, 109, 285, and 556. Woo! Andy, 2,500 views on the day today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know if anyone else shares how many views they have in a day, but that is dandy of a day to start off February. Let me tell you, we're 6 days in, I know, but it's just nice to see that number for sure for the first time this month. All right. I'd like to see Jason, you'd like to see Cass fight? I'd like to see Cass throw down the knuckles. He hasn't done it all year. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Meanwhile, up in Grand Prairie this evening. Tim is just laughing behind the computer because we are engaging on that solidly. I mean, I don't think Tim's asked a better trivia question than that one right there. Solid effort. Perfect. Let's get it going. As well, we're also looking for like number 35 on the stream. If anyone wants to drop that, would greatly appreciate that. Let's see what Twitter has to say about, well, like we say, a good first period for the Edmonton Oilers. What do we got? Sam Bennett had the sense to loudly demand to leave Calgary. The Oilers should give him a 100-year contract on principle. Okay. The answer is 12. Oh, Nathan, the closest to it. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Now, 12 doesn't seem high. Right? Like, we were all in the same range, and it's just in that upper range, just right where Nathan was. That is interesting to see. So here we go. Let's just say this. Kara just had a perfect period, by the way. What I mean by that, 100% Corsi 4. So shots, blocks, and misses in favor of the Oilers as opposed to against the Oilers were 5-0. That's 100% Corsi 4. Fenwick 4, which is shots and misses at even strength. 100% 4-0. And then, let's see what else this is. Shots 4, 3-0 for Jujhar Khaira. Goals 4, 100%. What a chance. And scoring chances for as well, 100%. Oh my goodness. Also, he had a good hit for measure. Wow. Oh my goodness. Jujhar Khaira comes into the Battle of Alberta with everybody doubting him, and he just gets it going. Like to see that. And hear about this. How about Kyle Turris as well? Kurt Levin saying that's the best period I've seen either Jujhar Khaira or Kyle Turris play so far this season. Yeah, he'll finish those all day. McDavid, if he didn't, we would have all been lost. And let's see, with his first period, Connor McDavid now has a 9-game point streak, 6-14-20, and Barrie has a 5-game point streak. And how fast does Connor McDavid skate? He skates fast enough to move the numbers off of his helmet a little bit. So Chiefs by a field goal. I'm going Chiefs as well. Just because Mahomes back to back. Let's go, baby. Valimaki, Markstrom giving the business to Zach Kassian. I think that's what they're showing there. That's what they're showing. As we will get back to hockey here in just a little bit. See, we've got some good questions. It's nice to have sports going, right? Some quality questions coming in the chat this evening. As I've got like 18 notifications on my phone here. I mean, I did what? An hour-long pregame and nobody bothered to send me messages. Now everybody does. Just is the way it is. It's a good time. Anyway, let's get this going here. As we've got, we're off and running already this hour as well. Let's see, we're up to 50 people tuning in. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Good evening. Glad to have you along. It's going to be a good hockey game. Oilers up 2-1. Yeah, it feels like we're up like 4-1, but isn't that the case? The Oilers 17 shots, but half of them right into the chest or pads of Jacob Markstrom to low danger chances. So you aren't going to get too much going on, but it's okay as you keep shooting the puck 17 times a period. That's 50 shots, and I will take my chances with the Oilers shooting the puck 50 times in a game, and let me tell you, guy could dream. Minus 36 in Fort Mac. Oh my goodness, thank an oil and gas worker this evening for keeping you warm as they're freezing their butts off. I know I've got a buddy up in Cold Lake oil field right now, obviously. The thing is, when I don't hear from him, I know he's working. When he calls me, I know he's at home doing nothing. So that's the interesting part about having friends from Cold Lake in the oil field, is they get pretty bored when they're not at work. Because what else do you got to do at 20-ish years old getting going, right? So, I mean, I thought I was going to be talking about a hockey game by now, but it appears we've got commercial after commercial after commercial on Hockey Night in Canada this evening. And that is just the new norm as it is going, as Shelburne, Ontario. Good evening, Jamie. Glad to have you along. Not sure why you're tuning in from Shelburne to watch an Oilers versus Flames game. Or maybe I am. It's the Battle of Alberta after all, baby. Try to be funny and I'm just goof. Alright. Oilers trivia. Who holds the record for highest shooting percentage for the Edmonton Oilers? Craig Simpson. I believe the answer is Craig Simpson. I don't even think that's a trivia question. If it is Craig Simpson, I don't even think that was a trivia question, as I believe he has the highest shooting percentage of any Oiler and highest shooting percentage in the playoffs ever. As where is the love? What kind of graphics is this? Matthew Tkachuk. Mild dislike. What kind of low technology situation is this? This is, wow. This is some kind of situation. Oh, look at that. Strong hate in Winnipeg and northern Alberta. This is some kind of goofy graphics here. This looks like me doing something circa 2012 for the Cold Lake Ice. All right. Anyway, back to hockey. Oilers, Flames, puck dropped. And oh, Jackson, you got the one there today. Anyway, Adam Larson getting it going for Kailer Yamamoto, who's back the other way. And it'll be back now. Legason turning it over. Needs one goal for 100 in his NHL career. Does Matthew Tkachuk. Shot fired, save Koskinen. Nice to see. And now, coming back the other way are the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl in on the attack, looking to deke a man inside out. He does. Puck bounces. Oh, Draisaitl just can't come up with it. And now we got to see if we can't find something here as, well, you're going to have Dominic Cahoon turn around. And this one's going to go back and down the boards. Kailer Yamamoto to Rasmus Andersson. Yamamoto wipes himself into the boards. Near side boards, Sam Bennett. 18:56 to go. The Oilers 18-4 the shot leaders. And they're right back to work in this game. This one's going to go to around. Koskinen back. There we go. That's going to go back around the boards. Darnell Nurse not at all ready for it, but that's okay as the Oilers collect the puck. And how about Connor McDavid losing the puck? He does that sometimes. Unfortunately. And this puck will be back the other way. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He'll look for Jesse Puljujärvi instead. He'll dump it off, and now this chance goes into the middle. Darnell Nurse fires fans. And now Nurse on his horse back the other way. Lindholm falls, slashes Nurse. No call there. Don't know why it's always a call if you touch the hands, but never a call for the Flames if they touch the hands. I don't know. It just must be me. As Nugent-Hopkins back the other way, he's going to fire them. No, he's going to hold on to it. Back to Nurse. Fire this puck down low. It's deflected into the corner. McDavid. Across to Chris Russell, who will fire it down. And now this one turned over briefly. And the Flames, with it in their own zone, will walk out into the neutral ice territory. Flipped into Mikko Koskinen, who leaves it there for Chris Russell, who, like I said, didn't want any part of Milan Lucic because Lucic just literally bullied him to the ice. And this puck down into neutral territory once again, the Calgary Flames. And this will be whistled down. And is that a hand pass? But look at this one. Nice chance there. Fired wide. It wasn't even a shot on goal for the Flames. Tim. I like it. I think they had that as a stat, that Craig Simpson stat we were just talking about. They had that as a stat on either Twitter or one of the broadcasts the other night. And I want to see, that's where I saw it. I wouldn't have a clue if it weren't for seeing it recently. I will own up to that. I'm not just a stat head that I appeared to be on that one. Anyway, 17:26 to go in this first or second period. My goodness, look at me. I've already live streamed a whole first period. You got to believe it. And now, nose is running classic. This one's going to go back into the Oilers zone. Flip there. Not a good play at all by poor old Koskinen, who can't swallow it up. Lucic looking for this one in front. He's going to look to cash it as Lucic out of the corner. He goes back to Backlund. It'll go around the boards, and now Mangiapane there. And this one off the stick of Chris Russell. Milan Lucic scores the goal. That's a tough one. Watch this one play. This is a really tough one. Because Chris Russell does everything right, but just because he is the size he is, I think he gets punished on it. And Milan Lucic scores the goal as, 16:56 to go in this second period. Mangiapane gets it going back behind the net. Nice save by Koskinen. And then watch Chris Russell on this one. He gets beat there. Lucic beats him back to the middle. And it goes off of Chris Russell, I believe. And this one, like Chris Russell against Milan Lucic. I don't want to see that matchup at all. Oh, actually, never mind. It doesn't go off of Chris Russell. But because he is the size he is, once he went to the knee, he couldn't beat Lucic wide. But it hit Mikko Koskinen in the stick on the way through. That's the only reason it slowed down enough for Lucic to handle that puck. Trust me, he wouldn't have been able to handle it if not. But end of the day, the Oilers still had a lot of work to do in that first period, so the work continues in the second period. A tie hockey game here. The fourth line featuring Connor McDavid going to work back the other way. Now the Calgary Flames in on the attack. This one's going to be flipped. That's the fourth line of the Flames as well out there. Zach Ronaldo out there. And this one back into the middle zone, the neutral, would you rather. 16:20 to go in this second period. Jujhar Khaira back the other way now. Chance goes across. Khaira fires another shot. You know, Khaira's been known to have a couple of 2-goal games before in his career, so keep that in mind. 16:08 to go as the Oilers banging and crashing in the zone. They hold it up temporarily. And there's nothing going on back the other way. Now the Flames dump it into the corner. Koskinen out to play it gently over to Darnell Nurse, who will flip it up to Connor McDavid. McDavid now to Khaira as he enters the zone. Khaira's going to fire the shot. Another one there for Khaira. Count that Corsi 4 percentage. Just keep going up as Khaira fires into the glove of Jacob Markstrom. Two goals on 7 shots for the Flame. Efficiency is key, I guess. Feel like that was a nice... Oh, man, that was right off of the underneath of the skate. That I don't even think hit pad on Jacob Markstrom. If it hit pad, would have been a 3-2 hockey game, and Jujhar Khaira would have had his second point of the night on an assist to Connor McDavid. However, instead it's back the other way into Flames territory, where they gather it and move it out. And now back the other way come the Calgary Flames. They're going to get this one fired into the zone. Koskinen battles that one there. Into the middle now. Darnell Nurse through the zone. He'll cut up the middle. And he's going to fire this one down into the territory. Nothing happening there. Now back around the other way go the Flames as they'll fire this one into the neutral territory. Mangiapane now a 2-on-1 back the other way. Backlund shot fired, and oh my goodness, what is Koskinen doing there? As that is a 3-2 lead, so the Oilers now 2 unanswered goals, and the Flames lead 3-2. 15:02 to go in this second period. That was a weird one. That was like some old style goaltending out of Mikko Koskinen, like some Dominic Hasek stuff there. Backlund comes in on the 2-on-1, and honestly, don't know how that went far side on Koskinen. You're going to hit some there. And it... Wow. Backlund to get a stick on that. I'm going to give him credit on that one. That puck's not even up for grabs. That's a heck of a play by Backlund to score that goal. I'll give him credit where credit's due. 15:08. You'd love to see the Oilers follow up shots like that. That is for sure. Yeah. Tough goal, that's for sure. $14.52 to go in this second period. The Flames, well, 3 goals on 8 shots. Now who looks shaky? The defense, the goaltending, or the fact that the Oilers just have been putting muffins on net by the count of it if they only have 2 goals on 18 shots? I'm not sure. But either way, it's time to get back to work and get the job done as Mangiapane and Lucic get the assists on the Backlund goal. And back the other way, the Oilers have to start this puck as Puljujarvi goes to push his man down. Nice little way to finish the check. And how about Connor McDavid getting in flight? He's got Puljujarvi with him on side. McDavid pulling that puck. He's just so strong with that stick. It's just glorious to watch. 14-13 to go in this second period. Puck fired down. We haven't had much for icings this period. And now William Legason will play this puck, tip it into the zone. Will Zach Kassian, who's in on the forecheck right away. 14 minutes to go in this second period now. This one's going to flip out to the point. Larson can't keep it in. Neal plays it back. Legason across. This one batted down, and now you got Legason there. Larson back in his own zone. He's going to fire this one up now across and down. Markstrom there. 45 points in 5 straight seasons for the Calgary Flames is Michael Backlund. And this third line going to work for the Oilers. 13:24 to go. As this one, Bennett right behind the net. Now, chance for Gaudreau. Tied up there by Zach Kassian. Nice to look at it going. As it would take Mr. Whiffwaff to come on in when the Flames are winning. But I mean, that's the way this game's going. Check back every 5 minutes and somebody else is going to have the lead. It is interesting for sure. All right. Let's get this going. You know what? End of the day is just sit back, relax. Don't want to get too high, too low. As that's Jesse Puljujarvi finishing his check on Matthew Tkachuk. Alexander, has there been any fights yet? No, but I'd imagine the Oilers might need to get a Zach Kassian going here right away. As this shot saved there by Mikko Koskinen. Now back the other way, the Oilers chip it out, and let's get it down the ice. This is going to be Zach Kassian on Jacob Markstrom, but that pans out to be not much. And now the Flames back out of their own zone. They're going to flip it into the neutral territory. This one played there. Too many men possible if Josh Archibald would have had the man on the bench play that puck. However, now Tyson Barrie will carry it back the other way, and not much going on there. And that's flipped on to Koskinen. He'll hold that up, and here we go. Here we go. All right, Mangiapane and Nugent Hopkins mixing it up. Come on, boys. A little bit of a scrum. Milan Lucic right in the middle of it after a 2-point night. And 3-2 for the Calgary Flames midway through this period. And Clem's here now. Told you, Tim, we'd have all the blue guys come on through at some point in the live stream. As we're just missing Josh this evening. He'll be on by, I'm sure. Probably got a hockey practice or something to get to this evening. So we'll see when we see Mr. Josh this evening. Or else he's just chilling playing some weekend league. Who knows? FIFA is quite the thing, my friends. And rebound leaked by. Also has to stay on his feet there. Didn't seem to be aware that it was no longer 2-on-1. That's fair enough. And now 8 times the Oilers have allowed goals less than 2 minutes apart. That's 8 times this season so far. Let's see what else we got. Bouchard will learn not to chase behind the net on the second goal. Just stay in front. Koskinen needs to stop the third goal after dominant first. Allowed an awful trend they need to end. Now trailing 3-2. Yeah, there's a lot to this Oilers season that we need to end troubling trends to. That's for sure. And hopefully we can kind of clamp down here to end this game and get this going. As the Flames now starting to get shots on net too. Don't forget the Oilers had 17-3 shot on goal advantage to start this period, and without Jujhar Khaira they would still be being outshot 7-0 through the first 7.5 minutes of this second period. Is what it is. Let's see. Oh my goodness, we got everybody coming on by. We got everybody coming on by tonight. Whiffwaff, Euphoric Yoke. Who else going to? Bossman was on by. The boys are coming to support. I love it. Thank you so much, gents. Thank you so much. As that one on Koskinen and that second one by Lucic still burns me. You can talk about Bouchard not chasing behind the net, but that one burns me. Just simply because it hits his stick, goes across crease, and Chris Russell too small to get it. And he ends up seeing Milan Lucic cash it. Oh, goodness sakes. As now, all right. How about Leon Draisaitl in on the attack across the blue line? He'll carry it far near side dot, carry it around the net. Now back to the point here. Now the shot coming in, blocked in front. That hurt the man in front. He's laboring. And man, he might go to the bench. That was Sam Bennett, I think, but I guess we'll find out as he's off for a line change. The Oilers across. There's Evan Bouchard going. Oh, Dominic Cahoon cutting in the middle. Backhand on Markstrom. There's shot number 19. Right as soon as I say something, they get it going. Dominic Cahoon, who's had just a couple of gorgeous rush chances throughout the start of this season. And there's Sam Bennett. Yeah, he's hurting. I don't think Jeff Ward cares too much. It's Sam Bennett. He scratched him. He doesn't care. But watch this shot block right here. Bang. Ooh, hits him right in the shin. Shakes it off. He is a hockey player after all. And look at this. Nice play there by Dominic Cahoon. But I think Tyler Yamamoto would have preferred to have that puck. And now, let's see if we can get Mr. McDavid a face-off win. We can't. Puljujarvi, though, turns over the puck. Now Nugent Hopkins looks to play it down to McDavid, who sees Puljujarvi go to work along the end boards. Now Calgary up with the puck. Darnell Nurse pinches the puck, keeps it in momentarily, but high stick? High stick, I think? Not sure. But whatever that was, it'll be a face-off just outside of the Calgary zone at their blue line. McDavid and Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi and Tkachuk. Nope, that's Puljujarvi and Tkachuk mixing it up. Is yes at Puljujarvi about to chuck hands with Matthew Tkachuk? Somebody put the odds on that, because that would be fantastic to see. As now Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Tkachuk in there. Ooh, man, what a bad pinch by Barrie, and what a save by Mikko Koskinen. What a save by Mikko Koskinen. And here we go. We got some crap breaking loose between Darnell Nurse and Matthew Tkachuk. My goodness. That was a heck of a scramble there. What a play by Koskinen to kick it out just in time. And all of a sudden, Yoke, to your point there, buddy, I'd say I think Matthew Tkachuk's in the hockey game, if I wouldn't say. As this one's there, and yeah, that's a nice little play by Tkachuk. Backhand pass to Spring Lindholm. And then all of a sudden, ooh, that's why Nurse wasn't so impressed. He took that whack to the back of the ankles from Tkachuk. And that, of course, put the puck in the net. And then, yeah, Nurse isn't too impressed. We are, probably about to see things happen here in this second period. Robert, welcome back. As Lindholm goes on top of the head of Koskinen, and now all of a sudden the ante's kind of ramped up here all of a sudden, and we're about to see a hockey game and a wrestling match all break out at the same time. All right, let's see what goes on here. 11:22 to go. Kara across. This one's going to be blocked back, and now Adam Larson gets it going back the other way, and now there's Josh Archibald. He's going to see if he can't get this puck forward. How about Jujhar Khaira, who's had a pretty strong offensive game tonight. Slater Cuckoo, another shot off the glove, and you got to love that from Mr. Slater Cuckoo, the 7th defenseman, just firing a shot. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 10:55 to go. The Flames trying to come up with this puck. They're going to reach for this one out of the zone. Zach Ronaldo takes it down, and this one's going to go down the ice, and now Koskinen know to play it. And that's going to be a trip against the Flames. Kara plays it forward. Here we go. Back the other way. And Leon Draisaitl in the skates of Mikko Koskinen. Something you don't want to normally hear, but is what it is. And let's watch that replay, because Tim's calling it a weak call. But, I mean, everything at this stage of the NHL season has been a weak call. So, I mean, at this point, it's they call a penalty. Oh, they called that a hook. They didn't call it a trip. Okay. As that's Nordstrom. Yeah, that's... Was that even a flame stick? Wasn't there an Oilers player that passed on by? I don't know, man. My eyes are deceiving me at best this evening. Pardon me, but I am blind. And I apologize for it, because I am missing a lot of this hockey game. That tends to happen when I live stream. As Draisaitl, he's going to win this one back to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who gets the power play face-off started. Choking on the soda stream. As Nugent-Hopkins down. James Neal across to McDavid. Now Barrie to McDavid. Back down. And this one goes into the corner, James Neal. James Neal to McDavid. McDavid goes across to Nugent Hopkins. And now Nuge back to Barry. Barry will go across to McDavid. McDavid back down. Nothing going here. This one's going to go around the net and fire down the ice. I'm going to take a second. Ugh. Oh, my goodness. That soda stream is wrecking me tonight. 9:42 to go. McDavid in on the attack. Save. What the heck? That's going to be a call against McDavid. As Markstrom is down and he is out. And that is going to be a delayed penalty against McDavid. And oh boy. And what in the heck happened there? Look at that. McDavid just gunned up. I'd like to see the clock on that guy. Yeah, that's a trip. Not Giordano, but Tanev. That's Tanev tripping. Actually, no. No. Oh, yeah, that's tripped by Tanev. Nope, that's tripped by Tanev. Okay, third look at it, I finally got my eyes to work. That's tripped by Tanev, and they're going to call it a penalty against McDavid. That's silly town. Yeah, McDavid's not too impressed with that. But imagine what would have happened if Markstrom would have went down in this game. Stick flip Dave would have had to come in, and he's not very good. But there you go, right? Weak call against the Flames, weak call against the Oilers is what it is. Refs are reffing it up. As Dylan Dubé goes back around. Now 4-on-4. That's at least the nice part. We get 4-on-4 for mostly a minute of this situation, so we'll only have a minute of a penalty kill to take, but it's just the way this new NHL is called. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But yeah, it is silly town. No matter how you cut it, right? If you want to talk about that trip against the Flames being, or hook against the Flames being interesting, Flames in on the attack here. Puljujärvi turns it over, and now Puljujärvi's going to go for a skate. Puljujärvi's got Kyle Turris. Puljujärvi's going to shoot that puck, and he's not going to do much with it. But that's okay. It was a nice effort anyway. Now Kyle Turris out there, just in case this penalty turns into a penalty kill. And now let's see this as Kyle Turris going to work. Look at Kyle Turris going to work. My goodness, keeping that puck alive for an extra 3 or 4 seconds along the boards. You got to admire that. A minute of power play time now for the Calgary Flames. 8:28 to play in this third period. And they're just going to waste a whole 10 seconds in their zone, changing up players. And they're actually not going to get out of their zone until the 45, 44, 43 second mark of this power play with time left until they get across the blue line at the 40-second mark. My goodness, Flames took all kinds of time, and that's going to cost them there. A turnover by Tkachuk, back down the ice to Markstrom, and 30 seconds to go in the power play. The Oilers, this is how you want to kill penalties. Let me tell you, just have them kill them themselves. That's what the Oilers do on the power play themselves, so why not do it against the Flames for the Flames? 7:52 to go in this second period, 17 seconds in this power play. Now across, this one off a skate there, a Gaudreau. He's backpedaling. He's going to play it down. There's all kinds of men in front there, but nobody's really open. And this one, oof, man. Lindholm and Nurse tied up, shot, short side. Tkachuk robbed on the one-timer. And now this one back the other way as this one back in, and nothing happening in the middle. McDavid all kinds of tied up, but he's got Draisaitl. He's got Chris Russell. Now McDavid cutting with Draisaitl. Now to Adam Larsson, who goes to Josh Archibald. Archibald fires an awkward shot, and Markstrom an awkward save to match that shot. And now back the other way it goes down the ice. Adam Larsson retrieves the puck. 7:04 to go in this second period. The puck played ahead to Kailer Yamamoto, who's out there with Draisaitl and McDavid. Yamamoto, he'll play it back and turn it over. 6:54 to go, but look at that. He's trying to turn it over. He got it hopped off his body, kept it in an extra 3 seconds longer. Chris Tanev, the shot, the save Koskinen. Lucic near far side boards, comes up with the puck. Mangiapane back to the middle. Shot, save Koskinen. And 6:39 remains in this second period as now 21-15 the shots on goal for the Edmonton Oilers. My goodness. There was a little bit of action there to end that sequence, that's for sure. Tkachuk robbed by Koskinen off the stick, deflected to the corner, and a beauty of a play As let's see what else we got going on Twitter here. If we've got anything missing, as Travis the net gets tripped, crashes in, and he somehow gets a penalty for it. Condors get goals from Griffith, Marody, and Lundstrom with 2 helpers from Stanton in a 4-3 setback. So we lost 4-3. And oh, okay. How about this one? Chris Draper scored his first NHL goal before he scored his first AHL goal, before he scored his first OHL goal. Craziness. Weird. Okay. That's a terrible call. Yeah, okay. Oilers media not too impressed with that call. I'll tell you that much. That's what I've got for information, insider information. Oilers media is not impressed with that call. All right. Let's get this going. You guys are nuts. Let me see. That's excellent. That is excellent. All right. Here we go. Let me see what we're missing on YouTube this evening. Wow, the Battle of Alberta is actually kind of dead on YouTube this evening, that's for sure. And Lego Rocks is not impressed with the Vancouver Canucks, I can tell you that much. He just wrote LOL and X'd out the old Vancouver Canucks logo. That's pretty rough. But what I really enjoy is, there's Jerome McGinley at his retirement ceremony. All right, good old Blasty. As now this one's going to be turned back by the Oilers in their own zone. William Legason out there, 6:33 to go in this second period. That's James Neal along the near side boards. Turns it over to Valimaki. What's new in the defensive zone for him? And now it'll be played there. Adam Larson hops off a man, hops off a puck, and then hops the pass all the way to the blue line to Zach Kassian, who will go across to Kyle Turris, cutting zig and zagging with James Neal, who I don't know what that was. I'd love to tell you what that was from James Neal, but he just kind of, I don't know, like 9-iron that. Like that's what it looked like. It's Connor McDavid. You know what Connor McDavid got that penalty for? Speeding. Connor McDavid got the penalty for speeding. That's why. Not for goalie interference, speeding. Right? We all get ticketed for speeding from time to time. Connor McDavid clocked doing 35 in the 30 zone. What do you do? Those peace officers, they're out to get him this evening. Yes, Puljujärvi. Back to Darnell Nurse, who plays it along the boards to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Far side, now back behind the Oilers' neck goes Darnell Nurse. The Oilers kind of lost their luster here in this second period, let me tell you that much. As McDavid, 6 goals, 20 points in a 9-game scoring streak. And that one fired across. This one fired back, and man, the Flames are just starting to fire everything on net. Darnell Nurse blocks a shot. And now back the other way. Nope. That one goes off a skate. Noah Hanifin sees Connor McDavid throw a check on him. That helps the fantasy team, let me tell you. Anything that helps the fantasy points and wins me another week straight. This one chipped down. Might get a 5 for that, Jackson. Tinted visor and going 35 in the 30 zone. Yeah, that's going to be a court appearance. Might be a supplemental discipline situation. 5:04 to go in this second period. We can have all the kinds of laughs we want. But yeah, the Oilers do need to get some shots on net here. We do need some shots on net, that's for sure. That puck chipped up and out of play. 4:53 to go. Face off in the Flames zone. Mark Giordano right there. Am I really? Upon review, after McDavid was tripped by Tanev and slid into Markstrom, Zach Kassian has been suspended for 5 games. Twitter never misses. Twitter never misses. Can't stand Cassie Campbell Pascal? Well, let me tell you. Here's the problem. I can complain all I want about the commentators. End of the day, I'm just some guy on YouTube, and they are on Sportsnet. I know. I don't get it either sometimes, but it is the way it works, and I guess it's the way we go. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? Not much here. Raptors run out of gas against hot shooting Hawks. Well, that's nothing new. Raptors aren't that great this year. How it went down tonight for Denver University. They fall in overtime. Well, Denver University. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Nice play along the wall. Nothing happening. Nothing happening here. McDavid steamrolls Markstrom. No one addresses him. Nick Alberta is the best troll on Twitter, I'll tell you that much. Not much happening here. After shaky start, that is 3 big saves for Koskinen. Lindholm breakaway. Kachuk one-timer. Backhand Sinapa. Alright. Anyway. Dolynny for Oilers commentator. No. That belongs to Jack Michaels and, of course, Louis DeBrusque. Don't kid yourself there. Alright. Let's get this going. As Mr. Leon Draisaitl will get into the face-off dot. He'll win it back. What's new for him? But unfortunately, Dominic Cahoon did not come to play on that face-off. Turns it over immediately. Dylan Dubé back into the zone. Takes down Evan Bouchard. Now the boards rim that puck around for the Oilers. But the Flames come up with it. Chris Russell takes his man and actually throws a hit. Nice to see that. Now back behind the net. There's Dylan Dubé. Shot. Save Koskinen. And now this one's going to be back the other way. Now hopefully coming. Ooh, I'm getting some text. Ooh, nothing there. Yeah, Tim, I'm really not sure what to do there. I'll trust your judgment on that one. 4:10 to go in the second period. Blocked there. And 3-2 Calgary Flames over top of the Oilers right now. Kachuk behind the net, but look at this. Matthew Kachuk gets tossed around by much smaller Chris Russell. Interesting there for sure. And then that one comes back to Kachuk, so not much worse for wear from Chris Russell. And then back in and shot save off of Koskinen. 4:06 to go in the second period. 3-2 for the Oilers as they trail. And 4:06 to go in this second period. And John Garrett still hasn't retired, that's for sure. Chris Russell isn't fully attached at the head the way he throws himself at pucks. Let's just say that. 4:04 to go. Zach Kassian off the wall. He'll flip it down the ice. This one's going to be touched. And how about James Neal? Right in there on the forecheck. Going to work in the offensive zone. Can't turn that puck over. And now maybe the Oilers turn it over by Kyle Turris, who gets it going back to Johnny Gaudreau just momentarily. And now Slater Cuckoo back along the boards behind Zach Kassian. Kassian to Neal. Now Kassian's looking for a chance here. Nothing happening as this one's going to go back. Now Kassian. Line pass down to James Neal. Ooh, nice chance there to Kyle Turris, who just wasn't ready for it. 3:28 to go. Back the other way. Sam Bennett, who of course blocked that shot, looked injured, but seems to be no worse for wear on this rush. Mikko Koskinen, nice save, and there's an Oiler down, and Bennett's getting shoved. Adam Larson's in there to say, "What the heck you doing, bro?" And 3:21 to go in this second period. Cuckoo lost his glove, by the way. And yeah, this game, I don't know. Like, life sucked out of it once the Flames went up 3-2, but at the same rate, it's not like the Flames are sitting here just dominating either. And Puljujarvi versus Kachuk, you'd like to see that. They've been jawing at each other. A little bit, so you'd like to see that do us as well. Let's see what we got going on here. 3:20 to go in this second period. This one's going to be fired around. blocked in front there, and now you've got Darnell Nurse going there. It's going to be along the boards. Lucic, Backlund, shot, fire, save. Koskinen once again. And if anything, the lanes are a little bit too open here for the Oilers. A little bit too open. All right. See what we can get going here. Let's get one goal and hold tight. Yeah, if we could get a goal to end this second period and then hold tight in the third period, that'd be great. Even overtime wouldn't be the worst case scenario at this point. As Connor McDavid back to the point across to Barrie. Now to Nurse. Nurse is going to fire the shot, save, and this one rebounds right after Markstrom can't swallow it up. Barrie back in his own zone, comes up with this puck. He'll fire it across. And now, this one's going to come back the other way. Now Barrie, he's going to find it. Shot into the zone. Markstrom out to chase it. Nuge chases it down, turns it over for McDavid. McDavid tries to pass it, but knew exactly what he was doing if he didn't. And now Russell to Nurse. Nice deflection play there to Jujhar Khaira. Can't get it going. Now Connor McDavid, he's going to fire this one down. Shot, tip in front. Josh Archibald fanned on the shot. Dang, that would have been back of the net, no doubt about it. 2:11 to go in this second period. That hit there by Nurse and McDavid. Now Russell. 2:04 to go in the second period. This one outletted, then chipped into the zone. And there's Josh Archibald in on the forecheck. And this one going in as this one now Jujhar Khaira fires it back into the zone. That's been the nice part. The fourth line has gone to work this evening, trying to get the Oilers as much energy as they can out of two guys who aren't going to play much every period, but at least play in some important situations where you just need to kill some clock, eat some clock, and get some chances. And Jujhar Khaira doing just that for the Oilers this evening so far with that goal for them in the first period. 3-2, the Flames lead. $1:26 to go in this period. And guess what? I don't have my scoreboard up, do I? Oh, I do. Shocker. As now this puck behind the net. Evan Bouchard back to the point. Now this Valimaki, he'll fire the shot. Wristed in front. Nothing there. Dylan Dubé back to the point. Valimaki. Shot. Save. Missed. And now Jujhar Khaira is going to fire this to Kaleri Yamamoto, who's in on the attack. He's dancing. Cross, puck nicely played there. Shot blocked in front from Dominic Cahoon. Now 54 seconds to go. Back the other way. Turned over. And nothing happening here as this is going to be the Flames. Back the other way. Turned over again. Shot, save, and that's off the side of the net. Side of the net, and now there's Legason going with Tkachuk. They're getting going. Legason's not afraid of a fight. Legason's not a young man by any means in the NHL. He doesn't mind mixing it up with Matthew there. Except the problem is Matthew's been getting it going here in this second period, and that's kind of been part of the Flames' awakening here in this second period. Is Matthew Tkachuk getting rolling and getting back engaged? He didn't look too engaged in that first period. Sure, he had an assist, but all of a sudden he's throwing the body, face washing a couple of different guys, and really getting involved again. And that one hits the side of the net. That's a weird spot for that puck to stop, but man, the Oilers' defense just can't seem to get guys held up. This is it, as Legason getting it going with Tkachuk. As now, let's see what we got, as it's Mr. Leon Draisaitl in the face-off dot. 40:29 to go in this second period. Shot's going to be fired down behind the net. This one's going to be back up the middle. Can't get it going. And now there's Nurse. Ooh, he gets knocked down there by Tkachuk. That was a hard hit, and that's back to the front of the net. How about that? Frozen by Mikko Koskinen. And again, the more you're willing to engage with Matthew Tkachuk, the better the odds are for the Calgary Flames. So the others either need to deal with him, get him into the box, or just get him out of the game, period. Because the more you engage with him, the less likely you are to come up with results. And that's it. 22 seconds to go in this second period. 19 shots for the Flames, 22 shots for the Oilers. And we find ourselves with just a few minutes to go before we get it going. All right, let's see what we can do here. Draisaitl in the face-off dot. They're going to talk with Draisaitl a little bit. And now this one's going to go into the corner. Nice play there. Nurse is going to get it off. And this one turned back by the Flames once again. Chris Tanev going to play that puck. Killed the clock. That's a mishandle there by Hanifin, but it's not going to matter. As that's it. That's all. The Flames come out and shoot 16-5. The Oilers in that period. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go for a much-needed bathroom break and a cup of water, and I'll be right back. Let's get this going. Let's see what we can do. That's good water. A little bit of hint of that pink lemonade in there. Let's see, what are we missing here? Couple of likes on the retweet. Yep, that is what it is, and I just want to give you guys an update here on the numbers on the live stream so far this evening. A total of 1,045 people have come on by for the live stream. That's nice to see this evening, and I would like to say the Connor McDavid Whatever It Takes documentary, for whatever reason, has 8 views this hour. That doesn't quite add up, but I guess it does, as it is, but we'll find out. All right. What else? Dylan Holloway tearing up the NCAA. Oilers recall Kara and Skinner. My goodness, what doesn't have views on Dolynny TV this afternoon, this evening? Oh, craziness, that is for sure. All right. Let's get to it. Let's recap that period. Ooh, actually, that's why I can't hear anything. I've got my game on mute. Duh. All right, let's see. So, let's get to the goal scoring summary. Lindholm, Kara, McDavid. Those were your guys in that first period. It was a 2-1 lead after 1 for the Oilers. Then it was Lucic. Then it was Backlund. All 3 of the Flames goal scorers have gotten their 3rd goal of the season. So, does the 4th goal scorer get their 4th goal? I don't know. As Mangiapane has his 2nd assist of the night. Lucic has 2 points, and Lindholm has a goal as well, so keep that in mind there. As you know what? We're going to see the Oilers get the job done this evening, I'm sure. I mean, either way, they're going to get the job done. They're going to play a hockey game, and that's what they're paid to do. Win or lose, I guess, right? You get paid just as much for losses as you do for wins, unless you're in for the playoff bonuses, which many of them really mystically aren't, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, let's get to this and see what we have in other stats, kind of see where this period fell by the waysides. The shots kind of was the situation, 22-19 after 2 shots. And now you've got 19-11 the hits for the Flames, so that's another department. The Flames really throwing the body in that second period. The Oilers still winning the face-off battle. Penalty minutes still in favor of the Flames. Giveaways, though, 7-4 for the Oilers, and takeaways 5-3 for the Flames. Yeah, it's going to be that. And then block shots as well. Don't forget this here. This is the other side, too. The Oilers have allowed a lot of open shooting lanes tonight, whereas the Flames have closed things down. 11 block shots on the ledger through 2 periods for the Calgary Flames. 2 ticky-tacky penalty calls in that second period cost both teams momentum, and that maybe is where we see this period really swinging and shifting. I don't know. But there we go. That feels good to get actual just pure water into the system finally in the second period of things. Here we go. I'm just going to watch the intermission here for a second and take a second to give you guys another stat. I am driven crazy by numbers, and I have to give you this stat because you're not going to believe it, I don't think. The best moments or minutes watched day of the year, or of the month so far, is 6,500 minutes. And it just so happens that combined on this live stream so far, we have a total of 5,252 minutes watched on the live stream. So yes, sirree, a new best day watched on Dolynny TV this month. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of it. It's been a crazy open to the season, but I have not done enough thanking you guys for sticking with me and sticking with the whole game we're playing here, that's for sure. So now we see ourselves as well, 1,068 people tuning in the live stream so far this evening, and I am not missing much else, I don't think, on Twitter. As part of what makes McDavid is blow by a guy and drive to the net. No, we shouldn't stop up. Definitely not. Alright, let's see what we got. We got any NHL Oilers insiders. Nothing there. Moving on up. Patrick Marleau has played 1,733 games, tying him with Jaromir Jagr for 3rd all-time in the NHL. That's pretty crazy. And what do we got? Oilers inspirational dressing room speeches to come. I think that would come from one James Neal, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Okay, Tim, I gotcha. And let's see. After a soft start, Koskinen has kept this a 1-goal game. And I mean, here we go. To the Oilers Nation's point, listen to how quiet the Saddle Dome is. They're calling it a dump. And I mean, it is a dump. You ever gone to one of the bathrooms in there? It's, oh my goodness. I mean, you want to talk about it being immune to things. Going to a bathroom at the Saddle Dome. That's all I got to say. And, it's ridiculous. Okay, there we go. Stewart doesn't want McDavid going to the net, seriously, because he may get hurt. Oh my. Oh goodness. And there's already a whatchamacallit, a cartoon about McDavid getting 2 minutes for going too fast. Here we go. Kazian's been making some plays this game. He's at least appeared to not be costing us. I think that's positive, but he's not benefiting us. I think that's to your point there, Jason. As long as you're buying yourself a large double-double to get going first thing in the morning there, Jackson, tomorrow. So I'm telling you, seeing those pictures on Facebook, I'm rather mighty jealous that I wasn't involved in a May-long canoe trip. That looked like a good time. I've been dying to get back on Cold Lake. You know how long it's been since I last tripped around Cold Lake? I think I might have been 14. That's how long it's been? Craziness. I know. The Saddle Dome is a dump. They hang their banners on a vent. Well, I mean, It is what it is. You got limited space in that crapple, and it's still beautiful. I still love that rink. 398 to go, 562. Good to go. Okay, I just like this intermission to be over. Oh boy, Elliot Friedman laying into it. Laying into it. Oh, Elliot Friedman stirring the pot with Braden Holtby in Vancouver. I told you that was a good one. Was a 1,200-pound canoe in his bum shoulder? Yeah, I don't think so. But it still looked like you got some good camping in there, Jackson. That was something. I don't know. Did you do the east side or did you do the west side of the lake? Or did you do like north south? I'm not sure which way you would have gone. There's a couple of great beaches all over that lake. And NHL should make fighting an automatic penalty? What do you mean? It is. Well, Tim, I think the game's been good. 3-2. We've been treated to an okay game. It's just the stuff that dictates how good the game is overall, I guess, is what's really sucking, and that's been the tough part. As are the St. Louis Blues wearing even older powder blues than they were last season? Because those look even weirder than they were before, but I don't know. This is a letdown of a Hockey Night in Canada game if I'm ever gonna say anything. This just doesn't even feel like it. And it's not the game. That's the thing. It's not the game that doesn't feel like Hockey Night in Canada because it's Flames Oilers, sure, but like you guys are saying, the broadcast subpar at best. I'm gonna say that much. And I mean, I'm not saying I run a good show by any measure, but you got to think that Sportsnet, with all that they're capable of doing, would be able to run a better show than Ryan Leslie on a Samsung 32-inch TV, giving you a telestration of how much Matthew Tkachuk is hated across Canada. What the heck is that? I mean, you know what? Yeah, sure. Back in the day, we had Howie Meeker telling us that's what up, but that was groundbreaking technology. Groundbreaking technology back then. But yeah, no, I'm all over presentation. Lack of edge, yeah, lack of edge too. But what do you do? Is everybody was talking? It's not going to be the same without fans. It hasn't been the same without the fans, but that doesn't excuse Sportsnet from dumping on the broadcast here. All right. I feel like I'm missing something here. I've gone 2 periods of hockey and I feel like I'm missing something major, but I can't seem to put my finger on it for whatever reason. Let's see. Apparently there's a tweet about who loses their job. Previewing games. Lego Rocks is up to 776 views on his game recap. And oh great, Zach Werenski's on the IR. Perfect. I can now go get myself a new fantasy defenseman. Here we go. While we wait for this hockey game to get back, I'm going to walk you through my fantasy night, in which I have 253 points and just happen to be beating Rasputin there with a good old 53-point lead into Sunday. So far, McDavid with 9.5 points, Barry a -2 with 3 points, and Capo Kakinen, or Tristan Jarry, sorry, gets me 3 points on the night and a goaltender start, so that's all right. Zach Werenski on the IR, so let's see if I can add a player here. Who can I add? Joel Eriksson Ek, Dominic Kubliak, Adam Lowry, or can I use this to add a goaltender? I think I could use this to add a goaltender. Quite possibly. Actually, let me go back here. Let me see what my options are for tomorrow's hockey game, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. How's that sound? Right now, we've got ourselves situation here where I only have 4 guys starting and I could use a goaltender guaranteed for tomorrow. So if I have to drop somebody, I have to drop somebody, but I have a center spot open and a right wing spot as well as a D spot open. So that is interesting. Let's go add a player and find out who's available. Joel Eriksson Ek is available for the Minnesota Wild, but his game is not happening. Connor Garland is not, I don't know who's playing tomorrow. Dang. It's kind of a problem now, isn't it? Win. Yeah, I don't know. We'll worry about that tomorrow, I guess. I was trying to get that done today, but it's not going to happen today. So, let's see what else we got. Yes, let's play some hockey this Sunday. It looks like there's a whole slate of games in the KHL. All right. I mean, hey, you know what? If this is going to be a Battle of Alberta game, we're going to have some physicality at some point, but it's coming in this third period. Matt Tkachuk came alive in that second period, so now you got to expect, of course, Jujhar Khaira with a goal. He's going to come back and try and chip into this one a little bit physically, and I mean, I rattle off stupid things at the TV all the time, so who knows what's actually going to happen here, and hopefully something happens here that's positive for the Oilers, that's for sure. So let's see what is going on with this Whatever It Takes Connor McDavid documentary. Apparently it is getting shared on an external website. Okay, sure. Whatever that means. Alright, 3 Doritos. When is the brick not having a sale? These commercials. When is the brick not having a sale? Well, after working there myself for several years, I can tell you every single week is a sale. There's about 3 times a week. 3 times a year where there's like 4 days at a time where the brick doesn't have a sale on. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. And Jujhar was actually finishing hits. I almost don't recognize the guy. Well, I'm telling you, he's had a much better game. He's been impressive this game so far. So they're going to have the story of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on City TV. Is that really a show we're going to do? It's crazy. And learn how to be a barista. Yes, I did. I can make a mean latte if you give me the right material. And by mean latte, I mean you're going to hate me for it. I'm trash. Let's not kid ourselves here. I made terrible coffee back in the day. The fact that anybody drank it and told me it was good is kind of them. All right, Hunter Ryan Singh and Cass Campbell Pascal once again ready to bring you through this third period. I mean, if you want me to bring you through this third period, possibly, but it is what it is. Let's go get this going. Connor McDavid looking good, getting it done, and oh my goodness, he just blazes up the ice. It's one thing. You know what? Game in, game out, you seem to miss that, but it's crazy. And The Rock did spend time in Calgary with Calgary Stampeders trying to play football. It's a thing that happened. Alright. Make coffee like I pitch. Fair. Fair. That I didn't do too well in House League Baseball either. Maybe that's why I was a House League overage bantam player. Goodness sakes. Life's just a disaster. Life's just a disaster, and I love every second of it. At least, you know what? I sell sheet metal like nobody's business. I've gotten good at that. Something to claim fame to. Anyway, Oilers Flames back to business here. Draisaitl, McDavid, and co trying to win this hockey game. Down a goal entering the third period. Our specialty is third period comebacks. And this one, Draisaitl coming around for it. How about Legason coming up with the puck? He's got an assist tonight. How cool would it be to see William Legason score his first NHL goal tonight? That would be huge. Ooh, that puck just skipped off his stick. His puck down low back to Kyler Yamamoto, who's going to cut behind the net. Draisaitl seals off a man now. Near side corner, he's going to find it and control it back to the point. That one to Tyson Barrie. Floated in there. Blocked by Dominic Cahoon. And now Leon Draisaitl's going to play this one potentially back to the point. No, instead he's going to wheel it around and now play it back to the point. Nice little play. Tyson Barrie controlling it like a power play. Fires the shot, batted back, and batted down in the ice by the Calgary Flames. And there we go. Something we didn't see much of in that second period against the Flames. How about an icing call? As we could really use the Kailer Yamamoto goal, that's for sure. As here we go. Here's Connor McDavid. Told you he was going 35 in the 30 zone. Told you. And then that goal. That goal is huge for sure. Let's go. Yeah. Connor McDavid. I don't know. Is that how... Oh my goodness. Man. Puljujarvi's getting chippy tonight. Puljujarvi is getting chippy tonight. Now mixing it up with, of course, Mr. Whatchamacallum. Mark Giordano. Shot save off of Koskinen. Net almost comes off. Now... We've got Jesse Puljujarvi charging up the wing. Connor McDavid over to Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi in on net. Scores! Let's go, baby. Let's go. That one had it all the way. Oh, my goodness. That was a beauty. That one was a huge one. And, yeah, the phone's going to go up. That one was huge. Bad pinch by Nurse. Bad play by Barrie. Save by Koskinen. Puljujarvi back the other way to McDavid. He gets another point. How about another multi-point game? And look at that one. Back of the net on Jacob Markstrom. Whoo, 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 bang. Yes, Puljujarvi, he scored a ton of those in the league while he was gone. And how about his third one of the season here for the Edmonton Oilers? The season's still young and Puljujarvi's doing good things. 3-3. And he's got it going. 18:40 to go in this third period. Shot down the ice. McDavid with the assist. Koskinen. Mikko Koskinen. How about that? Gets an assist on that goal. Oh, baby. Say it ain't so. That's beautiful. 18:25 to go, and the goalie's out here getting points. 93 on, and that looks like... Is it a PK for the Oilers? Looks like it is. Puljujarvi's going to take a penalty. That's because Puljujarvi picked up the puck, went to McDavid, and went back. So that is how Koskinen gets the assist. And Puljujarvi gets it going. So I want to see that penalty by Puljujarvi if they'd like to show it. Tim, you're telling me it's a dumb penalty. I'd like to see it. Puljujarvi's not too impressed by it. What? Was it slash? They're gonna... Oh my goodness. Everything's a slash this year. But... Again, touch the hands. It's going to be a slash, so I can't argue it. We know what the rules are. Play within them. How about Josh Archibald wheeling through the zone here? This one's going to be up the ice. And how about Jujhar Khaira back out there on the PK unit for the Edmonton Oilers? Love to see that. 17:59 to go. Now's the time to ratchet it up. And now this one's 17:50 to go in this third period. This one back. Shot saved by Koskinen, and now you've got Cuckoo and Monahan mixing it up. This one, ooh, that was tight by Tkachuk there. Always, always. Here we go. Adam Larsson. Fires this one around the boards, and now out down the zone. The Flames back to retrieve it in their own end behind Markstrom. Giordano with the puck. He's going to work out from behind the net. Headman pass into the neutral territory. Now Michael Backlund across the blue line. Oilers back checking hard, ferociously. Kailer Yamamoto, what's new? Shot going to come from the Flames here as they're setting it up. Now the power play to full effect. Shot misses wide. And this one's going to go back into the top half of the zone. Backlund, near side wall. He's going to work this one across. Back to Giordano. Taking their sweet time. Shot blasted back of the net. Wow. What a one-time by Dubé. And he looks upset. He looks like he is just on fire with that one. Wow. Okay. All right. But guess what? We've had 2 goals in the first 3 minutes. 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the third period. And we're right back to where we started the period. This one's worked. I think the Oilers penalty killers kind of fell asleep there. If I'm going to say anything, the Oilers PKers fell asleep. Darnell Nurse, weak attempt at the block, trying to throw himself at it. And Koskinen, yeah, like, that's the stuff that kills us with Darnell Nurse. Player Harvey's pretty disgusted by that one. 17:04 to go. Evan Bouchard will rip it in. We haven't seen much of him lately, but he's back out there in a 4-3 game trying to get the Oilers going with, of course, the third line. And now Bouchard plays this one past him. Now he'll pick it up near side wall in the neutral territory. This one's going to be chipped. And, well, Kyle Turris, he's going to come up with it. Work around a man and maybe dance 2 or 3. Unfortunately pushed off the puck by Zach Ronaldo. And this one's going to be back the other way. Chris Russell will play it to, I think, Kyle Turris, who plays it back to Evan Bouchard, who goes across to Chris Russell, who now back to Kyle Turris, who flips that one niftily. And maybe he's going to get it, and that'll be offside for the Oilers. So hold on a second here as the Flames regroup in their own territory. Back into Oilers territory comes Dylan Dubé, beat wide by Evan Bouchard. Gets the shot. The man fans for the Flames on the far side half wall. And now Puljujarvi back out there immediately trying to redeem himself for that bad penalty against Tkachuk. This one's going to be flipped into the middle of the ice where the Flames come up with it. An unforced giveaway. And now, how about Leon Draisaitl coming out for it with the Oilers in the attacking zone. Nurse fires the shot. This one back hits Connor McDavid behind the net. Chris Tanev behind his own net, battling there against the forechecker Leon Draisaitl, who peels off. Not really looking interested in finding the puck. Now he does as the Flames go for a line change here. This one in on the zone. There's Josh Archibald. Shot fired. Saved by Mr. Blasty Jacob Markstrom, but can't get it going as now Connor McDavid's double shifting out there in this third period. This one shot saved from Barry on Markstrom. Now this one's going to go back to the point. Barry looking to fire this puck. He's looking. He's thinking. He's going to work himself into a corner and have to play it down behind the net. And this one's going back. Here we go. Shot fired into the corner. Nothing happening there. Dominic Cahoon. It's going to go back to the point now. Barry around, and he's going to dance this one into the middle of the ice. This one's going to be flipped out. Flames 3-on-1 back the other way. Here's Johnny Gaudreau. Shot. Ooh, roof job on the glove side of Mikko Koskinen. Yeah, that's a 5-3 lead for the Calgary Flames. That was a beauty of a shot from Gaudreau. That's what he does best, and that's what he did best right there. And where was the D? I don't know what Tyson Barrie was doing on that one. Here we go. Tyson Barrie, he was wheeling into the zone. I don't know where the other defenseman is. I don't really know what's going on there. Did we have 4 forwards out there? Hey, Darnell Nurse. Just falls apart against the Calgary Flames. That seems to be the MO tonight. Seventh goal, but I mean the way this one's been going, right? The Flames. Here we go. Don't forget that every time somebody scores a single goal, there seems to be 2 unanswered. Keep that in mind, right? So the Oilers scored 2 unanswered after the Flames opened the scoring, and the Flames scored 2 unanswered, and the Oilers scored 1. So now the Flames have scored 2 unanswered. So now I think by definition of how this has gone, it's going to be a 5-5 game by the end of this. You seeing the pattern that's going here? 1 goal for the Flames, 2 for the Oilers, 2 for the Flames, 1 goal for the Oilers. 2 for the Flames. So by all of it, I would say that is 2 for the Oilers, hopefully. Hopefully not 3 for the Flames here, but that's dangerous territory. 14-18 to go in this third period. A shot misses wide. Now third period winding down here. You got to get this out of your own zone. That's the key here if you're the Oilers. This one played across to Kailer Yamamoto, who's going to carry it into the zone. He'll get on the forecheck. 5 players with 2 points for the Flames tonight. Yeah, their line's going to work. Bouchard up with the puck. Now Larson. Larson's going to fire this shot blocked. Ill-advised shot there from Adam Larson realistically. And he's going to battle Milan Lucic and co. as they're going to fire it into the zone. And Flames win with that arithmetic. That they do. That's true enough. They do. But at least a 5-5 game. Maybe we lose it in overtime or a shootout or something. Is this one 13-28 to go? But I guess it depends how a shootout goes. Shot. Ooh, what a shot from Bouchard and a tip by Nuge. Looking to put that one past, but couldn't get it going. Now Nuge in on the forecheck against Rasmus Anderson. He can't get it there. Kachuk out there. And this one's going to be flipped. Chris Russell there. Puljujarvi to play it. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard getting it going. And now Puljujarvi is going to leave it there for Nugent Hopkins. He'll fire a shot off a stick blade out of play. 12:55 to go. Face off in the Oilers zone. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a break in the play. And we're going to go to commercial break. That's okay. I think I could use a break. And let's see what we got going on Twitter. And bang. And Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers has recorded multiple points in each of his last 7 outings. That's one shy of the longest such run of his career. A mark set from March 2nd to March 17th, 2019. And let's see, Darnell Nurse has no business pinching when Barrie is already deep. 3-on-1 results in 5-3. Yeah, that is what it is. Yep, welcome to the roller coaster. Alright, let's see what else we're missing here in this third period to make sense of it. And Chiasson is not in the AHL, Monty. He is just on the taxi squad or scratch tonight, I promise you that. Let's see what we got. 26-25 the shots, 20-11 the hits. That's it. 20-11 the hits for the Calgary Flames. I think that's a little bit of the determination here. As here we go. Take a breath. It's going to be a hot finish, I tell you that. Because you know what? I don't think this game finishes 5-3. No matter how it finishes, I do not think it finishes 5-3. I'll tell you that much. This one's speed of Johnny Gaudreau. Yeah, like, what is Darnell Nurse doing behind the net there? But again, like, I mean, it's Johnny Gaudreau and all, but that's glove side that you gotta have. Alright, anyway. Puljujarvi getting trashed off the face-off. Puck played deep. And how is that not a penalty on... Yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Oh, a dive by Matthew Tkachuk. Oh, wow, okay. They're going to nail Elias Lindholm for embellishment. We're going to play 4-on-4. Okay, we'll take it. That's where it is here. Oh, wow, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Just silly town. Alright. Flames versus linesman. Yeah, Kachuk was a little hot after that one. Tell you that much. McDavid in the face-off dot. He's got Puljujarvi with him. They've already combined for a sick little goal. And now Puljujarvi's going to scramble off the puck here. Flick it ahead to McDavid, who's going to get it down deep. That's actually going to benefit Markstrom coming out to play it. Now back to the point. Barrie's going to find this puck. Nurse out there as well. Nurse, once again, deep in the zone. Don't know what he's doing, man. Oh, jeez. Please stop going deep in the zone. Now, if this results in a goal, I'm going to eat my words, right? But... still, McDavid behind the net. He's going to play it there to Puljujarvi, who will go across to Barrie. Barrie's going to set this up like it's power play now to, yes, Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi back to Barrie. Barrie's looking for the shot option. He's not got it. McDavid, top of the dots now, working in. Side dot, near side. It's going to go here. And this is going to be Puljujarvi. Oh, what a tip. What a tip by Tyson Barrie, but can't hit it. back of the net. That would have been beautiful. A great opportunity there to start this 4-on-4 by the Oilers. Now Tyson Barrie behind his own net. He'll face Backlund. Backlund's got him going. And now Giordano back to the point. He's going to go across to Anderson, who will fire it around the boards. Now Johnny Gaudreau gets it going here. This one's going to go here. As now Monahan back to the blue line. Back to Giordano. They're playing pitch and catch. That's about all they're doing. Now back the other way. This one going back. And Cahoon. Nice block in front. Nice block by Cahoon. And now here we go. Leon Draisaitl away with Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse in on the attack. Cahoon finds himself now. Oh, what a chance. Scores it. And yes, sirree. Darnell Nurse, you know what? He keeps making mistakes. But he ends up bailing himself out more times than not this season. And wow, Darnell Nurse gets it going. You know what? Make the same mistake 100 times. You're bound to get it right at some point. And he does right there. As that's a beautiful play by Cahoon in front to block that puck. And then away they go. Leon Draisaitl back the other way. Nice play there. I want to cross to Cahoon. And then Darnell Nurse. And you want to talk about, oh, well, one team has goaltending, another team doesn't. Jacob Markstrom has not been good tonight either. 5-4 and both goalies looking kind of shaky between the Oilers and Flames. And I told you, this game was not going to end 5-3. It will not. It will end some variation of 5-4. And now you've got yourself a situation going here. 10:44 to go in this third period. Jackson, thank you so much again. And this one's going to be blocked in front. Now you've got Kyle Turris coming back the other way. He's got Evan Bouchard in flight. Bouchard going to fire that shot. Not going to get it going. And this one's going to go back around the other way. 10:27 to go. Johnny, what am I thinking of Blasty? I love Blasty. That's what I grew up watching the Flames wear the Blasty jersey. So I love watching it. That's for sure. 10:15 to go in this third period. We need ourselves one more goal. The Oilers 27 shots on net. Darnell Nurse, Leon Draisaitl, Dominic Cahoon combining for a goal. You like to see that. And now we'd like to see the Oilers come up with a huge one here. This one's going to go back the other way. Maybe, possibly, if the Oilers can turn over this puck. Puljujarvi on the ice. Seeing a lot of ice time here in this third period after scoring that goal and taking that penalty. As this one's going to come back the other way. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins fires it into the far side corner. Puljujarvi banging and crashing, looking for a turnover. Can't get it, just kind of did a flyby anyway. 9:40 to go in this third period. 5-4 the lead for the Flames over top of the Oilers. Is this one turning into a little bit of a goal-scoring classic here? If you took the over, you're hitting it pretty well tonight. 9:28 to go in the third period as the Flames work it through the neutral zone. They'll go back into the Oilers' territory. It'll be an icing call. And we find ourselves with an interesting game developing here. You know, we thought, yeah, down 5-3, it's over. Now it's all of a sudden 5-4. And you like to see it. Apologies. My bad. That was an unforced burp. Here we go. Kachuk and McDavid mixing it up. Like to see that. And now let's see what we can get going here. This one's going back the other way. 6-4 is what you guys are saying in the chat. 9:10 to go. This one back behind the net. Sam Bennett, chance, and my goodness, who lost their man back there? Wow. Sam Bennett cashes the goal. 9:03 to go in the third period. And again, I don't know. This one ended. But that, Tim, that was not impressive zone coverage. You were right there. That was, I fell asleep on that one, but so did everybody on the ice for the Oilers. This one goes there. Yeah, who's the defenseman on the ice? Who's Bouchard and Chris Russell? How does that go 5-hole? How does that go 5-hole on Mikko Koskinen? Man. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'm just trying to digest what they're saying here, and nobody has a clue what's really going on. We're back to hockey now. See what it gets going. Well, the hard part is Markstrom's really not been on it either tonight. I can't count how many 10 bell saves Markstrom's had compared to Koskinen, but back the other way. Let's get it going here. 8:47 to go in this third period. 6-4 the Flames lead. Kyle Turris trying to turn this puck over. And now this one's going to go back the other way. Lucic plays it around behind the net. Now Mikko Koskinen. He'll come out and play it. As now. Cam, what are you trying to serve there? Shot saved by Adam Larsson on that one. 8:21 to go in this third period. The Oilers need to get out of their own zone and not take a penalty there. Thankfully they don't. Kazian, he's going to flip this one down the ice, and this one's going to go down for icing. Weak call there. And Chronicle, has there been a fight? No, there's been a lot of goals. There's been 10 goals. That's about all that's really exciting happened in this hockey game this evening, that is for sure. So let me see, what are we missing here? And bing bang. Alright, doing alright. Perfect. Alright. Let's see. Legason, he pairs that puck out. That's going to hit the zone and stay in off a skate. Sam Bennett gets it going behind his own net. 7:58 to go in this third period, and that's going to be a tripping call against Kyle Turris. Yeah. I think that's going to be all for me tonight. I think that's going to be all for me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with 7:55 to go. Because I straight up, I don't know good things to say here. So you have yourself a great night. I'm going to go take the rest to rest here and then get ready for the post-game review because it's going to be an interesting one. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning into this hockey game this evening. I am up on